I'm sunburned.
That's true.
That's why I have the fan on, because when my arms start burning.
Oh yeah, I know. I know the feeling. Yeah. I hear that I'm prone to it, but
I just wanted to work on the sculpture, and then all that happened was I got sunburned.
Yeah,
I
was actually staring at you through my window. I was like, what are they doing?
I was doing my sculpture.
And I was like, I'm not gonna go out today.
I got sunburned.
I know you did, because I looked at you and I was like, I know she's not wearing something.
Oh, fuck no. I wear a hat, though.
I know you did. I was like, she's still not wearing sunscreen now.
No.
But
I made sure my face didn't get burned, though.
Stupid ass. Stupid ass.
I don't go out enough to get cancer, so I think it's fine.
Nah, yeah, usually.
Anyway.
I started recording.
Okay, you start. You better put the fucking bubble wrap down, though. Ah, the chocolate!
Not all of them were fine.
Anyways.
Last left off, new villains. Yay. That's about the biggest thing that really happened. What did Electra do?
And they stopped the curse.
They did. They stopped the curse. Apex has been thwarted.
Woo!
Electra found out that Dance Macabre's people fucking turn to ghosts after they die.
Infiltrated.
And you gather everyone up. It's still a moment when everyone came back.
Oh.
The Electra, so.
Okay. What is everyone doing currently?
They just got back, so they're all bloodied.
She's like, okay, I think you all need to rest. It's still relatively morning, so maybe just go take a nap or something and go talk to my mom to heal up.
Everyone goes and Kane's just looking at you like,
What?
yeah.
Do you want me to go with you?
Yeah.
I'll walk you to my mom and to our house, but I am not going to sleep.
I know, that's not honestly.
No, you need to heal.
We've only been in the astral plane for 6 hours.
It was for a day out here.
Well, that means I'm not tired, because it's only been for 6 hours.
Says the one who's bloodied.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Just a heal and I'll be alright.
she casts heal.
Yeah, he's basically at full health, so.
I don't like it.
What?
You're not going to sleep when you're injured.
Because I'm not sleepy. Living room.
But you're injured. When you're injured, you rest.
I am resting as he's standing there.
You're not even sitting down.
So I was only attacked on here and here.
Kane? Don't make that face. You were injured, right?
Yes.
Okay, what if it was me? What would you be saying?
You should sit down.
Oh, okay. So only one of us sits down when we're injured.
He sits down.
Thank you. She'll sit next to him.
He's like, well, how was everything here, I guess, since it's been a day?
It's fine.
What happened?
Dance Macabre's, they put people in the city. They have her markings, but they're ghostly and spectral in nature.
I've heard rumors about her, but I've never...
Yeah, I don't really know much other than the basis.
He says, I saw in the... when Infinity was showing me, you knew her?
Yes.
How so?
I did a few jobs for her at one time.
Who knows?
And she tried to kill me for like 2 years.
Is that why you hired me all that time ago?
Probably a portion of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a portion.
Yeah, probably a portion of it. Then she just stopped after a while when I met you, so I don't know.
Maybe she just wasn't interested.
She's like, I'm not too threatened.
Who knows?
She says, but I don't like that she's got her people here in the city.
I don't like the fact that she's working with the other 3.
Yeah. And that begs the question for why.
Because the Apex, you can probably assume some good reasons.
Yeah,
But-
well, it's not hard.
But her, I feel like it's hard to place the pin down.
I think she's just doing it for fun.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I don't think it has anything at all to do with any of us. I think she's just fucking around. So, because I'm not so deluded as to think that I am any part of the reason that she is doing any of this.
She definitely has probably entertained the fact that you're an enemy of Elliot White.
My,
I mean, an old person she so knew, at least it's semi-entertaining for her.
maybe.
Maybe not full entertainment, but a part of the benefits package.
I don't know. I don't think I'm very entertaining.
And I married you, so.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm entertaining to torture.
Also, I'll probably have to like shit in the next few minutes.
Okay.
I ate too much.
That's okay. Unless you think I am.
Well, entertaining to me, but I guess I don't really know your full. I mean, I know you worked for her, but not the full extent of what you did for her, or what she did for you, or what that was like.
It's a bit complex. To be fair, when I saw her, I actually didn't recognize her.
Yeah, why not?
And then Shah yelled at me. So I guess I probably should have remembered her. Well, to be fair, I only saw her the one time. When I went to do a job, it was to steal this thing. I had pissed her off because
about that.
It's a long story, so we'll start from the top. Okay.
Detail. How long? Like.
Okay. So I was told what I'm piecing together. Okay. I think Elaine White led me over to Iris, which I knew her as Iris, obviously not Dance Macabre. I knew her as Iris Draven. He, I guess, led me over to her or whatever. And told me that she could pay me a lot of money to do the jobs that I'm already doing. And I was like, not a big deal, I'm already doing these jobs fucking anyway, why not? So I did jobs, they were pretty simple, she paid me pretty nice, and then they got more intense. Like I could die kind of jobs.
Sounds about something in Princess she would do for rumors.
But the pay did not fit the job anymore. So, as I obviously do, I do in fact value my life. So I said, yo, if you want me to do these jobs, then you need to pay me more.
That's a fair request, I feel like.
It wasn't, clearly, because she got pissed.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, and she said, no, you get what you want, and I said, no, fuck you. Instead of just not doing her jobs anymore, alternatively, I decided to spite her in small ways. It wasn't anything too crazy.
He chuckles.
I just in small ways, like, kind of poorly did her jobs and plans and kind of screwed over some of her assets.
Sounds like something you would do.
I mean, just petty shit. And then she was like, you know what, actually, I'll give you the pay that you want. And I was like, oh, well, I guess it worked. And so I went to this job to get the Weave Amber.
The Weave Amber?
Yeah. In this palace.
That's big.
Yeah. So I went in, I charmed my way in. This palace was extravagant and beautiful. I loved it. It was rich beyond imagine, and on the mantle of the fireplace in the house was the Weave Amber.
He's like, oh, the Weave Amber.
And I grabbed it. And it was Major Illusioned. And I turned around and I saw a bunch of her cronies with the lovely emblem on the nape of their necks.
Ouch.
And they tried to kill me. I bolted, and as soon as I got out of the palace, it exploded. And I saw a carriage pulling out. I saw her face, and I saw her, and before I could even do anything, she casted 3 fireballs at me.
She gave you 3 fireball scrolls to put the blame on you for destroying the palace.
She gave me 3 fireballs.
She wanted to basically put your blame on the fact the city was getting bombarded by fireballs.
So she did that. Okay.
Yes.
And then she threw 3 fireball scrolls at me, and the city was Homestead, by the way. And she blamed me for blowing it up, and said, basically, enjoy your ruined life.
So she needs to die.
No.
He grabbed his axe.
No. We need to understand more of what's happening.
Okay.
And
then?
I also don't know why she really framed me for the...
Maybe she's even more petty because she's a bitch.
Apparently. I mean, I wasn't even that petty. I mean, I was just kind of like... joking, but whatever, I guess. I guess people can't take a joke nowadays. But... that's the basis. So definitely can't go to Homestead.
I thought the Weave Amber was destroyed.
I genuinely don't know. I don't even fucking know anything about the artifact thing.
Oh. I know.
Other than that, I know the name.
I know a bit about it.
What do you know about it?
It used to be my family lineage's heirloom a long time ago in the East. Weave Amber.
Really?
My parents have told me we're a lineage of generals and warriors. And one of our prizes was the Weave Amber until it was taken from us like fucking thousands of years ago.
Huh. It's weird. Well, I didn't see it, so... I saw what I guess it looked like.
I mean, not that I want it, I just thought it was interesting.
Probably another, Elliot thing.
Maybe, but that was far gone. Not that it had any magical properties anyway. It was just a pretty piece of amber.
It was pretty.
Chuckles.
So yeah. It's a little weird. I feel like there's a lot more to a lot of this.
I think so.
That I don't really see.
She has used some pushing it under wraps probably for.
Yeah.
Not wraps. She buried it underground.
I just don't really. I don't know. I feel like her whatever towards me is a bit unwarranted.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I mean,
Alex, you didn't straight up kill Elaine Wayne. You're not the person that ended up.
That's why they're not scared of me. Because you killed them.
He's like,
that's so funny.
It's not funny.
It's so funny that you killed them.
They were after me. What am I supposed to do? They're a villain.
Kill them. You were supposed to kill them, and you did that job. Good job, love. You did a great job.
Now I'm getting my ass bit.
No, you're not. He was gonna be an enemy either way.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I mean, he planned everything from the start because he knew from the start.
He's obsessed.
A bit. But you killed him. That's why he's obsessed with you. Him.
Make me a undead slave.
No.
I never would it. Because of you.
Yeah.
not the I'm both. He laughed. He chuckles at you.
Well, we gotta look more into the ethereal paint and everything with her, because that's the only other thing that we have no lead on, but also a kind of lead on, I suppose.
You probably know a little more than any of us here. All I hear is rumors from the east about her.
What rumors do you know?
Well, that she's basically... A lot of people say that whenever she comes near any place, it starts to get colder, almost.
Do they think that is she spectral in nature?
People like to say in these that she might be a ghost, but
Well, I mean, it would explain why these emblems are on people, and when they die, they become wraiths.
he's like,
Definitely doesn't.
did you notice any ghostly things about her?
No. What I did notice is that when we killed one of the people, though, that they became a wraith in the ethereal plane and then flew away.
You see Kane like get a little pale.
What? What?
Nothing.
No, you can't do that. You got pale. What?
I just don't like ghosts.
You're scared of ghosts?
Yeah, he looks away.
You're scared of ghosts? I'll protect you. I'll fight all the ghosts.
Like I'll fight all the spiders for you.
Yeah. Quid pro quo.
He's like, it's not a super fear, but I just rather not see ghosts.
Yeah, we went to the ethereal plane and saw some, we saw the wraith, but apparently they could become other things, Damaris thinks, other than just wraiths.
Because in D&D there's multiple types of ghosts.
Yeah, because there's other types of ghosts, so there's that. I mean, and apparently the people who have these marks on them can't disobey her orders.
So they're kind of, probably most of them are probably unwilling to this.
Yeah.
In some sort of way.
Yeah.
Some may be willing, but
I doubt.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's also why they're imprisoned and not killed.
Mm.
Other than the one.
That's fine. I mean, test is a test, right?
Yeah. Especially when someone's trying to kill you.
Who knows? Because Kane's also neutral good, so he kind of falls into like it. Sometimes things happen.
It's like, so I think it's fine.
Should we go try to find more information about her then? Maybe find a place to investigate.
I don't really know where we would go to find more information about her, because she didn't really reside in one spot.
What was a few main spots? You do know a few main spots. You can make up any city names you wish or any places you wish. Because Electra would know a few like major spots she
Okay.
around.
Well, she hung around the Aurora, the city of
Mikhail's
Aurora.
home, basically.
Yeah. And then she hung around. Oh, names are hard.
I know. So it's like, just say like maybe
Evanescence,
Evanescence.
of course. And
Yeah, you just do one more and that'd be good.
I'm looking at things to give me ideas. Floral.
Sorry.
Ghirardelli.
No, was that Flora?
Flora.
Flora. So Evanescence.
Evanescence, Aurora, and Flora.
That's actually, yeah, that's cute. And he's like, maybe we can start with the Aurora since that's Mikhail. Mikhail can probably guide us pretty well around that city.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's probably the most familiar to all of us.
Do you think you should right now?
Maybe let's give it a day.
Probably
Tomorrow
wise.
morning, probably.
Yeah, probably
Or
wise.
maybe even tonight.
Yeah, maybe tonight.
And he says, because overall I'm okay, but you can see the scars, like basically like necrotic, like rot, basically, on his where the bites are.
I like that.
Covers it up.
She uncovers it. And she looks at it.
It's basically just the remnants of a master vampire biting somebody, but you don't. It's not like anything that would affect him permanently. It's more like it'll fade on its own. It's okay, Electra.
No, it's not.
He like rubs your runs his hand through your hair. It's okay. It's just a vampire.
Yeah, just a vampire. A master vampire.
No, it's not like he's Strahd von Zarovich.
Just a myth.
Leave all the other times.
We go on the porch.
And
I was like,
what happens is Kane's like, yeah, and Did we tell you what we found over there?
Not much.
I think the only main things were vampires in the astral plane, like we last discovered.
Yeah.
There was a golden scarab artifact that was in a bedroom that Zul tried to grab.
Golden scarab.
Yes, that is actually a real artifact. That's kind of gonna be the main. It's really cool, I guess, but gotta figure it out first. And he said, and the scariest thing was that you cannot see him in the astral plane.
Was he in it, or was he in the material?
He was in the material, but you just could not see him.
Oh.
And that was probably because when Zul tried to grab the scarab, they opened up a little tiny rift so he could maybe grab it. He was grabbed by the guy, but we couldn't see him at all
Oh shit.
until we entered the material where he was right there.
Mm.
So that's where I'm assuming that's one of his major abilities.
Okay. Then what happened?
Bunch of fighting. Merkel / Elliot showed up with Zul. Saw all that. Elliot looked like he was trying to stop us, but not really. It felt like it was a measly effort to try to. And once I cut the thread, then Elliot left. And of course Apex tried to stop us on the way out, but we all got out.
It seems like Elliot didn't care all that much.
No.
He was there just to be like, oh, well, I tried Apex.
Sounds like Elliot.
Sounds like that was Apex's plan, but not Elliot's. That's what
Yeah.
that sounds like. It seems like they all have different goals and plans in mind. They all separate from each other's.
They must have it just as separate, but
Common goal,
Common.
separate plans to
Yeah.
achieve said goal. But Elliot apparently thinks that his goal's going to work best, so he doesn't want anyone else to win. And so of course he wouldn't try to help successfully. Asshole.
Asshole me.
He's like, okay.
But that's all. This does not mention the part we got charmed by the guy.
Okay. So nothing else of note happened then?
He was like, yeah, no, besides Kane getting attacked and us getting attacked McCann as he walks down the stairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Attacked how?
He got, well, apparently from Zul and Ramona's account, Kane got charmed by him and stopped.
Who's saying this?
Mikkel.
Oh.
Charmed person, and Zul blasted the guy in the face.
Charmed by who?
The Apex.
Elliot.
Oh yeah, Elliot. Elliot.
She looks at Kane.
Kane's like, did that happen? He's like, yeah. I mean, you kind of do, kind of. And Kane's like, it did happen, but Zul blasted Elliot in the face, so he broke concentration.
Okay.
Coach, I'm gonna talk with Bloodborne. Listen here!
No, literally! She says, alright.
You don't look alright.
No, it's fine. Things happen.
Electra?
She glares at Bloodborne.
Like the axe turns a little bit so it's not looking at you.
She says, it's okay.
Kane's sweating bullets.
It's so fine. Thank you, Mikkel,
Yeah, I know.
for telling me.
Yeah, Mikkel's saying, no problem, innocently, even though he knows. He's like, no problem. Anyway, I'm gonna go bandage myself up some more.
When you are not as injured,
Yeah.
we need to go to Aurora, your city.
Okay, what are we doing there?
Investigating the Dance Macabre.
Yeah, that was a big, huge thing. I'm assuming you're gonna catch me up on the story when we get there, right? On how you
Probably.
Don't probably.
Probably.
He squints at you.
Don't squint at me. Go heal.
Okay. When are we going?
Whenever you want to.
I'll be fine by tonight. I'm just gonna take a nap.
Okay.
He just goes to his room. He just goes into his house.
This is Kane.
Yes.
Darling.
Yes.
I'll be back. She goes into the egg.
Oh! You go into the X. You see, I'm finishing just sipping tea.
Jesus, where is he?
Over there. Points him hiding behind a tree.
She walks over.
He climbs the tree.
And she crosses her arms.
What?
Come out.
No.
Come out.
You are approaching me with a threatening stance.
I'm not threatening.
So I will not come
Me?
down.
Threatening? I've never threatened anyone in my life.
Say that to me.
I've never threatened anyone.
What do you want?
Come down and we'll talk.
He comes down.
She takes a step forward.
He stands there.
She takes another step forward.
He stands there.
And another one.
What are you going to talk to me about?
Take a guess.
There's lots of things.
Which one do you think I'm here for?
Was it the charm?
Was it the charm?
I tried to prevent it. I wasn't doing nothing.
But.
There's no but.
There has to be a but. You're telling me Elliot White's more powerful than you?
Well, when the wish was casted from Phoenix Rooney, the axe lost some of its power. And being added to Phoenix Rooney does not inherently make me fully in control of preventing Kane from getting charmed. Because it's half and half now. Half me, half Phoenix Rooney. So I can only do my best to protect Kane, compared to when I could fully block charms from him. And also the thing with Professor White is no longer existent. So it's a little
Fine.
different too.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She turns and she... Meow.
You leave. Do you leave or do you go to
She
Phoenix?
leaves.
You leave the X.
She looks at Kane.
That's you.
I'm having a conversation with Shah.
Okay.
You stay here for a moment.
Okay.
I'll be a second.
He nods.
And she goes to Shah's.
Yeah, sure.
Shah!
She opens her arm.
I need the ring.
You need the ring?
I need the ring.
She nods. She has it. She actually has, and it looks polished and well taken care of, and she hands it to you.
She's not gonna get it fucking resized.
For Kane?
Yep. She leaves.
She doesn't even like question any further. She's like, okay, yeah.
And she goes back.
Good night.
And she's like, okay. And she goes to Kane.
Okay, Kane.
She says, so we gotta go to a jeweler.
There's a jeweler around here.
Lead the way.
He leads you to the jeweler. It's a dwarven male.
Hi, sir.
Hello, madam.
Can you resize this to
This
his size?
is a magical artifact, ain't it?
Yes.
And he's like, it'll take a few hours. I'll have it done by tonight.
Perfect. Just in time.
Just gotta be very careful since I don't want to make it lose its magical properties.
Yeah, of course. Even if it does, I have a friend that can fix it.
Well, I still want to be delicate, but thank you for this work, this commission.
Mm-hmm.
He measures like Kane's Kane's like, which one do you want it on? And Kane's like,
Which one do you want it on?
Yeah, every like the jade bracelet in the like wedding ring lecture gave him was on his left, so he's looking at his right hand.
Put it on your right.
Yeah,
Which finger?
probably my ring, I guess.
Okay.
They measures and he's like, all right, just come back tonight.
We will. Thank you. She hooks arms with him.
He hooks arms with you. She's like, and Kane's like, so I guess we just relax for a bit.
Yeah. And then later I'm gonna put my omen on it.
Of course you are.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it needs an object omen.
Won't you be stuck in the astral plane for a bit then?
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing it tonight.
Oh, the next day, okay. Luckily I can be with you now in the astral plane.
See? It's perfect. Because you're getting an omen. An object omen.
All the protections. Basically, it's gonna function as I forgot, the cloak of protection, where he's gonna get a +1 on all saving throws. So that's probably what the omen's gonna be. So it's not too OP,
Yeah.
but it's definitely like a cloak of protection, but with a ring. That's just gonna be his bonuses, just let you know.
That's good.
But
for the omen part, because it is a ring of mind shield.
Yeah, because the ring of mind shield is already OP in itself.
Okay.
So basically, the addition is just gonna be a cloak of protection, which is +1 to all saving throws.
Cool.
Which is pretty good for him, considering everything else sucks, but con and strength, it's just +1 and everything.
Yeah, because the ring of mind shielding stopped gods from being able to contact Electra, so it should do the same for him generally.
Yeah, basically, and even then, you want to be able to be charmed or talked in the head, because it basically blocks all communication in and out, so you also can't message him as
Yeah,
well.
probably wise.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to add it to his sheet, probably. I'm probably gonna go shit my pants. But, he's like, cool. He looks at you.
But why are you making that face? What is that face?
So
What
silly.
does it mean?
I made you something.
What? What?
It's not finished yet.
What?
It's not finished yet.
But then why'd you mention it?
Because it needs a little more touches before I can get
Okay, let's do it now.
Okay.
Where is it?
Well, it's in the room. So, in our room.
She bolts.
No! Electra! He runs after you.
She goes to the room.
He's like, Electra, no!
She's looking
You
around.
can't look around. You can't. He covers your eyes.
No!
It has to be finished first.
But I want to see it.
No, it's almost done. I just have to put a few more things
Why
on it.
can't I see
Because it's not
it?
done.
What am I supposed to do?
Just a few minutes and I'll be done with it.
Fine.
Okay, so just sit on the bed. And I'm going to
Fine.
sit on the other side. No peeking. You hear him open, like, you don't know where he opens it from. If something opens and he takes something out and then he closes it. As you hear him ruffle around his bag. He like looks behind him.
She's thinking about looking.
I know you're thinking about looking.
No, I'm not.
He definitely doesn't open the glare. It's one as a joke. He wraps his tail around your waist.
Stop it.
He's like, he's big, so he's covering it. And after like it's like 10 minutes, and he's like, close your eyes.
She closes her eyes.
Stick out your hand. She's like, give it to me. And you feel something nice and like nice and cold touch your hands. It feels like silver.
She's excited.
It seems to be a silver comb.
It's what?
A silver comb.
Aww.
With embroidered, with carved in moonflowers and stuff. I noticed your old one was getting old, so I thought I'd make you.
It's so cute. I'll use it forever. And every time you do my hair, you'll use it.
I haven't had the opportunity recently.
Go for it. I need my hair done for today. I haven't done it yet.
She's already sitting down in front of the vanity.
Yeah.
Like, already.
She gets with the comb.
He chuckles as he grabs it from you. It's like, alright, madam. Because he's like pretending to be a saloonist. He's like,
Saloonist. Saloonist.
that's really. Why aren't they called saloonists instead of saloonites? Like,
Saloonist.
Sharists.
You said saloonist. He's a saloonist.
What's their name? A barber?
Yeah, barber.
Wasn't there like another term for like people that work at a saloon?
Cosmetologist?
Yes.
A saloonist. Sounds like a fucking a racist. Like a saloonist.
I'm racist against saloon worshippers. He acts like he's a cosmetologist or a barber. He's like, what would you like, madam, for today?
Whatever you suggest.
Whatever I suggest. And he starts combing gently through your hair. She sucks. She's like, "Dee."
Too excited. Her feet are like
You chuckle.
tapping.
You hear him chuckle behind you. Or you can see him in the mirror anyway. Actually, you can't, he's a vampire.
She's staring at him.
He's like, you're staring at me quite hard.
It's because you're so pretty.
I'm so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that hasn't changed, huh?
Never.
And, he does like a fishtail braid in your hair.
It's so pretty.
It's a little messy.
I love it.
I love anything I do.
I do.
I could fall down the stairs and you'd still...
No, I'd be heartbroken and I'd help you up and I'd heal you for 100 hit points.
Not that specifically 100 hit points. Like the time I fell on the ice.
Yes. I was heartbroken.
Just a little slip.
It was sad.
I'm just
It
not...
hurt your face.
I'm just
And I
not...
happen to like your face.
That's why healing spells exist.
They can't heal scars.
Why did I get a scar on my nose?
No, you got one on your shoulder.
It's gonna probably go away in a week, Electra. I'm gonna paint over it.
No.
Every time he gets like one of your makeup brushes.
No.
And he chuckles.
No. It's fine.
You're gonna frown every time you see it.
Yes.
Covers it up.
I should have been there.
It was already quite a mess.
It would have been less of a mess if I was there.
You should have seen what Zul did.
What'd he do?
He continues to mess with your hair a little bit as you're as he talks. He's like, well, so we were at the front of the gates of his palace in Kugane, right? The one we first went into. He and Ramona went through and snuck to the front. But of course, you know, Blood Knuckles, and Mikkel decided to stay back to see what's up because we're not sneaky people. So we didn't want to risk it. So then he comes back, because after he surveyed out everything, comes back. He casts his usual paladin stuff, you know, his paladin stuff for being a peace paladin, or peace cleric. And so he went 30 feet in, went to an inconspicuous spot, and made Ramona cut him 3 times so he could summon us inside the gate.
I mean, that's pretty smart.
No, it wasn't. We were able to sneak successfully through the courtyard. But except for Blood Knuckles and Mikkel.
So that's why they look rough.
Yes, but they were fighting pretty well when we got back to them. So
That's good.
they're probably going to be just fine. Then we were inside. That's when all that happened. Nothing crazy really happened. We did find his coffin though, so if we do kill the Apex, he's going to go into that coffin.
Yeah. I don't know anything about vampires.
Well, I know quite a bit.
Are you a monster hunter?
No, but we always have tons of folklore in the East about these types of creatures.
Oh. They're like boogeymen to us in the West.
Here they actually exist.
Oh.
I've run into a few vampires.
I haven't.
Before.
I've just run into crazy psychopathic men and women, that's about it.
You know, I think
Like Iris.
I'd rather do that than see a vampire, a ghost, a
I'll have to agree.
drow spider.
I'll have to agree.
He starts like counting. He's like, hellhound.
Oh, we can swap.
And he's like, okay, so vampires, right? Well, with vampires like him, like high-ranking vampires.
Yeah.
What happens is if you kill one, they don't die right then and there. What they do is they turn into mist and they go to their resting place.
Which is his coffin.
Yeah. And most of the time it's a coffin. There's been a time where it has been a house.
Then what?
You basically have to kill him in his coffin with a stake. Because you can't stake him. Well, you can stake him if he's healthy, but if you just stake him, he's just going to become paralyzed. But he won't permanently die until you get to his resting place. But every minute, he gets stronger in the coffin, so we basically have to be right there. Because if we just kill him somewhere, he goes over there, we get there, he's probably going to be at half strength again already.
The more you know. Why can't we be vampires? We'd never die.
You also turn evil when you become a vampire.
Oh.
Except in this one book where this one woman was blessed by Lathander so much that she was a vampire but not.
That sounds like a myth.
The book is a fairy tale.
That kind of thing doesn't happen.
Yeah, also Lathander had a child. Well, soon.
That's weird.
And there was like 3 new gods called the Creator.
This crazy. That's so mythical. I wonder who wrote that.
I feel like I'm reading Homestuck. Yeah, but that's what I know about vampires.
Interesting.
They're not common because they hide pretty well in society.
Yeah.
But once you find
They can
them,
only come out at night.
the lesser ones, vampire spawn. But vampire lords can stand in the sun without any ill effects.
Really? I didn't know that.
But the vampire spawn, which are only under control of a master vampire, will burn in the sun.
You know a lot of things.
I kind of have to when you're fighting them all the time. Like necromancers, I know pretty well.
I don't know any of that.
Well, I'm gonna just say you will be fine face to face with a necromancer.
Why?
Because you have an inherent necrotic resistance that you never noticed.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I'm not resistant to any of that, so.
Why?
Because I'm a mortal. I'm a tiefling. I'm resistant to fire, so if you cast fireball, I'm not going to be as beat up as the next person next to me that's not resistant to fire.
That's sad. You should be resistant to everything.
I know you would like that,
I would like that.
but sadly I am measly.
We'll work on that.
He's like, I'm a measly tiefling.
We'll work on that. We're getting the charmed one done.
I don't know how many more accessories will I have to wear.
Endless possibilities.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, most of my fights I've just had to deal with just having fire resistance.
I've had to deal with words.
That's why we make a great team.
Other than the times that I had to kill people, evidently.
Yeah.
50 times. About.
He just holds you. It's okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
You aren't what you once were back then, so.
I would hope.
Obviously you are not. Evident by the progress you've made, so.
I hope it's actual progress and not just false positives.
Sometimes you have to have false positives to make
I
progress.
don't like them. It feels like backtracking. But I have made a decision when it comes to the villains.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to talk.
I don't talk either, so I get it.
I think that there's no point in talking anymore, since they're kind of just, we tried. There's no point anymore other than just getting yourself more hurt.
Unless it's the people around them. But
Yeah.
them themselves.
There's no point to talk to them, I don't think. That's why I wasn't really talkative in the pocket dimension.
You know, talking is a useful tool just like hitting things, and it can get you in messes just as hitting things can.
I know, I don't know that it's worth it.
I mean,
Unless we're going in to learn something, but otherwise there's no point in...
Dance Macabre, probably.
I don't know.
Seems like a high society talky.
Yeah, so if I just don't play the game, I don't know, I might be better off.
Maybe not good with the talking scene.
I am, and I'm getting a little tired of it.
Who knows? I'll try to talk now.
I don't think you should, love.
I think I should.
No, I think you should stay away
I'm going
from
to
that.
go up to Dance Macabre.
I don't think
and
I will
say-
let you within 2
and
feet
say,
there.
fuck you, suck a dick.
No.
He
Whoa!
chuckles.
I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
I'll
think,
go up to Elliot and say that.
I don't think you should even get within 10 feet of any of them.
You think I should not get 10 feet within the staircase?
Anything that can hurt you,
Sure, I can't be padded.
I could.
He pokes your head.
Ow. I feel strongly.
I know you do.
I don't know, and I feel like me talking just gets us into more messes, so.
I get us into more messes by hitting things, so.
I don't think you've ever gotten us into a mess by hitting anything. I cannot think of one instance with these villains in which you've gotten us into
Well,
a
not
mess.
with these ones specifically.
Yes, because you've grown.
Even though I really want to hit them like that.
But you're not, and that's why you've grown. I'm still antagonizing people.
Let's antagonize me.
No!
Chuckles. Antagonize Miguel.
I already do!
Antagonize Mars.
Kane, you're not understanding.
Actually, I'm just joking with you.
I can't just. I don't know. I just don't think that the talking thing is working the way that I want it to, and it
Yes.
got me in a hole with Elliot last time we had a conversation, and I don't want to get in another one. And while I realise that that's going to make them try to antagonize me more because they know that I do talk, I still think that I should just not.
No, it seems like I think it's also a good thing to test because maybe they'll spill more if you're not playing their game.
Yeah. Unless I have a real zinger to say, then I won't say anything unless I have a real good one.
He chuckles a little bit. What would that be?
I don't know. I have to think of it on the fly. I'm pretty good with that,
You
but
know, I would like to know what you think you'd want to say to them as they're talking to you, though.
Depends.
He undoes your hair.
And she says, I don't know. I think that I would tell. The Apex that if you have to have a villain name like that, perhaps you're not an Apex Predator after all.
I'm the alpha. We gotta call him the alpha.
I don't know. I feel like if you have to self-proclaim yourself as an Apex Predator, then perhaps you're actually not that big and bad.
Chuckles.
Just a thought, though.
What about Dance Macabre?
The first thing that comes to mind is the fact that she has a name that barely anyone can pronounce right, so I think she just doesn't want to be talked about, clearly.
What about Elliot? Or slash Ellie.
They have a lack of originality when it comes to names.
He's like, I can't lie with that one. Wolf?
Other than her being ugly, I don't really have anything there.
Kane's like, you're hilarious.
She is ugly.
She is ugly.
Spider and everything.
She's like shivers like a
Yeah.
little spider. And in case I should redo your hair again.
Jesus, but I don't really have any, like, insults. But sometimes they'll say or do things that make me think of zingers.
Well, if you think of a zinger, you definitely have to tell me about it later.
I will if I don't say it, but if it's too good, I have to say it.
Then say it for sure if it is good, because I will listen either way. And probably try not to laugh.
Jesus, but if we're trying to get information, obviously I'll talk. But if we are there just to fight them, then there's no point in having idle chatter.
He nods.
And I foresee that that's going to be a bit of a thing with Iris.
He nods.
So I don't think that I should,
Engage.
no,
Unless we're getting information.
yes. Or unless she says something really out of pocket that I'm curious about. But I don't know what she would say that was out of pocket.
Because it's been a long time since you even interacted with her.
I barely remember
Yeah,
it.
she barely even really interacted with her.
No, it's been as long as I've known you, if not a little longer.
Wow.
So we're talking about some 4 years?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't really remember faces like that when they don't mean anything to me.
Except mine.
I would remember your face in a crown,
Chuckles.
obviously.
Even in a crowd of tieflings.
Yeah, because you're the most beautiful one. Obviously.
He does a French braid this time.
She taps her feet.
She's like, you like going to do your hair?
Yeah. You do braids very well.
Kind of have to with my little sister.
I know. It's so cute. I love it.
You know, when I came back from the whole adventure thing with Merlin, I wanted to reconnect my parents and siblings. That was probably the easiest way to get close to my sister.
To do her hair?
You know, it's...
Oh, that's cute.
Well, because my parents worked day and night to get everyone food on the table, so I kind of took initiative to help her do her hair.
That's cute, though. Adorable, truly.
I'm glad they're still alright after everything.
Well, we protect them with our lives.
I know that.
And they're safer here than anywhere else.
You know, there's enough people here to protect them. I'm sure if anything, just ask not Merlin, but anyone else in the Liberators to babysit
I'll
them.
just ask Infinity.
You ask Infinity what, keep him in the cuffs for a bit?
Yeah.
Then
They're
what?
never concerned about their safety, they're just going to go in the cuffs.
You'll only be there for like a few days.
Yeah. And then we'll switch them over to your axe.
Chuckles.
Which they might like your axe more because they can harass Phoenix Rooney.
Phoenix would probably be great with them. He seems like a kid's man.
Well, he has kids apparently,
He does.
which we have to help him.
I think he does miss them.
I know. I want to help him.
Can only help him when the wishes are done.
I know, but I don't really want to waste the wishes either.
Phoenix
He could just help us of his own volition.
I don't think that's how genie rules work. Sadly. He said it's smarter to use the wishes wisely.
Trying.
Because his family's immortal, he said they can wait.
It's so sad. If you were immortal, you'd want to spend your immortality with me.
Oh, of course I was. I know he's definitely still sad about it, but even if I try to argue with him, he just says it's okay. So
He just shuts down because he's an asshole.
perfect bloodborne and Phoenix Tree.
I know.
Best friends.
2 for 2.
At least your gauntlets are nice to you. At least Infinity's nice to you.
That's bold of you to say when she possessed me.
Well, at least she talks.
Too much.
I don't.
Yes, you do. And how did I know you were going to say something to that?
She just laughs as she goes away.
Asshole.
Chuckles.
See, she always says something. She just said something right then.
Maybe you can do a switch the weapons day. Chuckles.
I think that she'd piss you off. And she pisses me off. And I don't think your weapon would let me even pick him up. Because he's a meathead.
You can try again.
Unless Infinity helps me, it's not going to work. Because Bloodborne's mean to me. And he doesn't want to be friends even after all this time, after I proclaimed he was my friend and everything.
You said you were his friend when I was in there.
Well, let me pick him up.
Try again. You haven't tried in a while.
No.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't let me, then I'm going to be sad. And I don't want to be sad.
So I don't want you to be sad.
I know, I'm sad about enough things already. I don't think I need another one on the list. Just as I'll try it. Hand me the axe.
Okay.
Infinity, don't you help.
He's like, okay, well.
And she just sits it down first, so I don't
He sits
drop it.
He sits it on the ground.
And she tries to pick it up.
You pick it up. It seems like a regular, like, great axe weight, so it's still heavy for you, but you're able to pick it up. And even though you struggle to keep balance because it's got a heavy top.
She's like, I still don't know how you do this. She sits him down.
He's like, it takes a lot of work.
It's heavy.
And he picks it up like it's just normal. I can do a few cool tricks with it.
Okay, what can you do?
Maybe not swing it around in the house.
Okay, we'll go outside.
Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned it, so clearly you wanted to show me. Okay, let's go.
You go outside just in front of the house. And he says, I used to train not as a fighter, but a martial artist. So, I don't really typically follow the Western rules. And he does one where he swings it back and forth between two hands, easily.
That's crazy.
It's like effortless to him.
That's...
Just a lot of strength.
Yeah, I don't get that.
That's why your dad's sword is perfect for you.
Yeah. He made it for me, he said.
Who knows?
Because I can't hold shit. Apparently. It has to be small.
What, do you want to pick up big stuff?
I mean, I'd like to, but I feel like that's a pipe dream in itself. I don't think that's something that's ever going to be achievable, even if I worked out every day.
He chuckles and he tosses his great axe in the air, and he catches it with one hand.
Oh, shit. I can barely hold that shit out.
Unless he lets you pick him up.
I know, it's because he owes me.
He chuckles.
And he knows it. He lets you get charmed. Okay, he didn't let you. But it still happened, so...
So all blame's on him?
Yes. Can't be on you.
I can only do so much against the
I mean, I guess I can blame Phoenix Rooney.
You can tell him that?
Yeah, I blame you, Phoenix.
And Phoenix Rooney possesses King and says,
You're an asshole! Leave my husband alone!
what's going on here?
Go home!
Okay. Starts walking away.
What the fuck?
You said go home, so I'm going back to the
axe!
with the plane. He chuckles. He laughs and he's like, ha ha ha
He
ha.
fucking grabs his wrist. Go!
Lifts you up in the air.
What the fuck?
He's really strong.
Go back in the axe!
But I'm out here in the nice fresh breeze.
Did he even let you take over?
No. I just caught him off guard.
Asshole.
And King comes back.
I imagine his hands still in the air and she's just holding
He
on.
just lets you down gently.
She's like, you have a really tall arm. I'm a little smaller than you, but not that much. You're only 6 foot.
I mean, that's why I can hold stuff above you and you can't get it.
Barely! I'm still 5'10".
I've done that before. He grabs your loop gently and just holds it up in the air.
She can like almost reach it.
Yeah, like almost reach, but he like stretches a little bit on his tippy toes.
She's like, this is why I need heels.
Chuck, he hands it back to you gently.
She says, if I wore heels, I'd be able to reach it.
You would, just like you were back when I first met you. You wore heels.
And she says, maybe I need to reinstate them into my outfits.
If you want, I wouldn't mind it. You look gorgeous in anything.
I know. Just like you.
Just like
My girl's taking forever.
It's only 2 p.m. now.
Oh.
Do you want to eat dinner before we
I
go?
guess.
You want to eat before we cook?
I like when you cook.
He gives a fake pout.
I like when you cook. I'll eat whatever you cook.
He's fake pouting.
I'll eat what you cook.
I know you will.
Why are you doing this?
He just chuckles. He gives a little kiss on your forehead as he goes inside.
She follows.
And he starts cooking.
She sits down and watches him. She draws him.
Are you drawing me? Then I hear your pencil.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing you cooking.
I guess I'll have to take a peek later.
No. This journal's off limits.
It's off limits?
It says it in the first page.
Oh, so none of my journals are off
No.
limits.
You didn't write it on the first page.
And if I wrote it on the first page?
Then I wouldn't open it. But you're not going to do that.
No. I don't really have much to hide.
This one's just personal.
And I respect your privacy.
Just you'll find out what it is later.
You can show me whenever you feel you're ready.
We'll see if we'll see what happens with Elliot. We'll see if I ever show you it.
No, it says take your time, sweetheart.
It all hinges on things.
I'm sure it does. And he gives you a little sandwich.
Coat. To eat it.
It's a honey barbecue sandwich. And you hear a knock on the door as you finish, after y'all finish.
She bolts.
You go, it's
She opens the door.
I was like, Jesus.
It took you long enough!
I was sleeping good!
Okay, I guess it's fair. You were finding vampires or whatever.
I mean, did he sleep?
No.
Oh, no, he wouldn't.
I healed him for 90 hit points though.
He's like, I'm okay.
He's okay.
Feels like, probably 2 vampire master bites aren't as bad as the 100 vampire bites.
That would do it.
Well, I'm ready when y'all are.
Lead the way.
Mikkel leads y'all to the carriage and you go to the Aurora, the nice, beautiful seaside city. It's just you and Kane, Mikkel.
They bring to Mars.
Why am I here?
Just as because we're doing information on Iris and you're doing stuff on the spectral aspect. You do the research, so I assumed you'd want to be here.
I do like ghosts.
Kane hates them, so.
We'll have to break that fear.
Shut the fuck
He looks
up.
like creepily at Kane, and Kane's like,
Damaris, shut the fuck up!
exposure therapy's pretty good.
No! You can't do that.
Well, Kane, I guess you'll have to.
You didn't say that to me about spiders.
No, because you're my sister.
You can't say that about him. He's your brother-in-law.
He looks at Kane. He looks at him. Watch your back, Kane.
No! Damaris. You're so mean.
I'm not mean.
You are.
I'm just doing what's best for my brother-in-law.
No, you're not!
Can't have no fears if he's with my sister.
What? What does that mean?
No fears.
What does that mean? Why?
Let's be strong.
Why? What does that mean?
Mikkel's laughing. Mikkel's laughing. Kane's like, oh, I'm scared.
I feel like you. What does that mean, Damaris?
Nothing.
Do you think I get myself into trouble?
No.
She's gonna insight check that. $31.
Sorry, I need to go take the day club. It's been 4 hours. He's like, no, he doesn't think you're get yourself into trouble.
Oh, that's good.
Because he probably thinks it's reasonable. Considering his ass. But he's like, no.
Okay. Then I want to know why you said that.
Okay, you just gotta hold up to the standards.
What standards?
He looks at Kane and Kane looks at him.
What standards are you holding him to?
High ones.
What high standards?
Very high standards.
I need to know the jurisdictions for these.
No.
And why? Why?
Because he needs to be the perfect man for you.
That's not. That doesn't make sense.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not perfect myself.
No, but he needs to be.
Why does he need to be?
He's your husband.
Damaris,
He has zero logic.
isn't it like equal? Like, shouldn't I also be perfect by those standards?
No.
What? Why need he only be?
I have high expectations for him.
You don't have high expectations for me?
Well, because you already meet all my expectations.
Aw, that was sweet. I'll let it go.
Kane doesn't yet, though, so.
What do you mean? I think he meets everyone's standards.
Yours, but not mine.
What standards are you holding him to?
He stares at Kane. Kane's like, I'm scared.
What standard doesn't he meet, Damaris?
Don't worry about it.
I want to know.
Don't worry about it.
Damaris!
Anyway.
No, we need to have a conversation about this. It's important.
No, it's not.
You can't just say something's not important when it is.
How is this important?
Because how you feel about my husband in any regard's important.
He's cool. He's good for you.
But he doesn't fit your standards?
He needs to do better.
In what regard? Miguel, do you understand?
Because, like, I don't. I think Kane's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's like, because I think Kane's great. I mean, when I even first met him, like, literally a year ago now.
He's like, okay. Damaris,
What?
why?
He blinks at you.
I need you to explain.
Because, like, it better not be. And then Damaris is like, well, because he's hurt you twice, so he can do it again.
She blinks a couple times.
And Mikhail's like, that's between them, Damaris.
She says, what? What do you mean?
Because, like, don't listen to him.
Damaris,
Yes.
you do realize that I too have hurt Kane, right?
Not as bad as Kane has hurt you.
That's not, no, because one of us feels strong emotions, and it's not Kane. And one openly shows these strong emotions. Also, not Kane. I do, however. She says, so, it's a quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
I hurt him, he hurts me, we try not to do it again.
Well, then he better start showing more emotion.
Why? So you can know when I hurt his feelings? I don't think I want you to know.
Kane's just awkwardly. He's so awkwardly sitting there. Like, he is, Kane is
And
awkward.
also, Damaris, it's a lot more complicated than that.
And Mikhail's like, yeah, stop putting your business into her relationship. That's her and Kane's business.
She says, okay,
Kane makes her happy.
Kane has never hurt me, Damaris. I've hurt myself, Damaris. He's just a victim of me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm the one with problems. He's the one that has problems but is working on it. I'm the one who backtracks every day.
No, you don't.
Damaris? Shh. I feel like I can say that given that the person that we're looking for is someone who I literally worked for.
Look at that backtrack. She's just a bitch that showed up.
Who tried to kill me for 2 years?
Yeah, she's a bitch for doing so.
Is she?
Yeah.
I was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, but you had no right to be killed by another asshole.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't if it would have been a hero, sure, but not an asshole.
Morris,
What?
I feel like you're heavily misguided when it comes to us.
Am I? I don't think I am. so funny.
I think you're heavily biased.
No, not.
Extremely biased.
Why wouldn't I be though?
You could just not.
No.
Oh, the door's open.
That's both staring at it like either of us was think I could do it.
She says, but that's important to not be biased.
Why?
Because it screws your judgment.
But it's reasonable. Bias.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
With Mikkel, it is reasonable. With Anna, it is reasonable. With me, it's not reasonable.
It is reasonable.
Damaris, I was literally...
He's so serious.
I was literally one of the most shitty people on the planet.
Okay, Anne.
Are we not going to hold me accountable for that?
Why would I hold you for something accountable I wasn't there for? He's so dumb.
Because it's important that I am accountable for the fact that I killed 50 or so people, whether I remember it or not. It's like a small village. What?
Say anything.
What?
He does not say anything. He's like,
Say it. You thinking? Tapping your chin?
Yeah.
What?
It's alright.
What's alright?
I mean, people die every day. He's so scared.
Damaris!
What? 50 people gone from the world. Oh, yeah, boo.
They weren't bad people, not all of them.
Yeah, but good people die all day too, so.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't be sad about it.
Feels like he's a little skewed in the moral department.
Damaris.
Feels like he's skewed in the moral
Yeah,
department.
but that doesn't mean that he still shouldn't want me to take accountability.
But if you want to take accountability, then I support you all the way.
Okay. That is to say, though, you cannot blame Cain for me ever being mad at him or whatever, because it's not his fault that I have issues.
He still stares at Kate.
It's not his fault that I have issues.
Okay.
If you should be mad at anyone, you should actually be mad at Snoon and Shah, because they're mainly the reason that I have the issues that I have.
Yeah, I'm still mad at them, so.
I get nowhere every time I talk to you.
Because he's set in his ways, Electra. He's set in them.
I'm fighting for my life every time. At the very least, don't blame my husband for my stupidity.
Okay.
Because I do have autonomy. And I do choose to do certain things that are not wisest.
As long as he's not controlling you, then it's okay.
I don't think he is.
It's like, that would never.
He doesn't ask me to do anything. Even though I would.
Kate literally says, I just ask you to exist, and I'm okay.
Which is a hard ask, but I try to achieve it every day.
Kate looks at you.
She says, I told you I try to achieve it every day.
I know.
That's important.
I know. And I love you.
I love you.
He nuzzles you.
So, Damaris, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because I've only had, well, never mind. What?
What are you gonna say?
Nothing important.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She looks at Mikkel.
I'm gonna tell him.
Huh?
You probably want to tell him.
Tell him what?
Whatever you're gonna say.
I don't think it's important.
He's gonna try to figure it out either way.
What's he gonna try and figure out? It doesn't have anything to do with Kane.
No, but whatever it was associated with, he's gonna figure out. We cast Modify Memory on you.
I don't even know. It's just it's a thought I can't back up. So I don't want to say it.
What was the thought you can't back up?
Nothing.
Just say it.
No.
If you can't back it up, it doesn't matter in this
I don't want
point.
to say it. Some things are better left unsaid.
Fine. I'll let it be.
When it becomes a fact, then I'll say it.
Okay.
But it's not a fact yet. Because I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Until we find out more information about stuff.
Okay. I'll let it be.
Okay. He looks at Kane.
He looks at you.
She messages Kane.
You message
And
him.
she says, I was gonna say that at least I've only been manipulated by one person.
Yeah.
But now I'm not so sure. Yeah. So, I guess find out and we'll be hanging out and find stuff.
We'll see how far Elliot remembers that time change.
Yeah. He wasn't the one I was talking about.
Dance macabre.
Yeah. Didn't want to say that though.
He holds your hand.
He said, I just have bad feelings since Elliot led me to her.
Makes a lot of sense, wouldn't it?
Too much. So. She's expected Damaris and Mikkel.
You see, Mars is not messing with Mikkel.
She's listening.
And Mars is like, why don't you do, like, this, this, and this? And because, like, why would I ever do those things?
She's a good person, Damaris.
And Mars is like, I think you learn a lot by robbing somebody.
Like what?
What it's like to rob somebody. That's what
You
it
don't
is.
need to. I have enough money for all of us.
Because, like, why would I need to rob? Why would I rob anybody? Maybe if it was a villain, I'd rob them. Well, if it was a villain, I'd rob them. But if it was just some person on the street I don't even know, I'm not gonna go rob them. And Mars is like, why not? What if they have something you really want? And Miguel's like, I
Then he'll just go buy
don't.
it.
Miguel's like, I'll just go find. I'll ask them where they got it. But I'll go buy it myself.
And you can also just ask for it.
Yeah, and if they say no, then you just go buy it. Mars is like, but you can just take it. It's easier.
You can also buy it off of them.
You could.
Enough money in the world.
Yeah, but if I don't want to give any money to Mars says.
Damaris, just sit there quietly.
No, me and Mikkel have to finish our game.
No,
of
you
poker.
don't need to have. You don't need to, because you're not gonna get anywhere.
He's like, but I almost won.
What? What?
The game against poker with Mikkel.
You shouldn't be playing poker with Mikkel. Of course you'd win. He's Mikkel.
What do you mean by that? This is the background. So
Mikkel, you don't have a good poker face.
I'm trying.
It's not. It's not great.
Hmm.
You're a little too baby.
I can't charm people.
That's my job.
Mars, like, you have another type of charm, Mikkel.
Mm-hmm. It's a baby charm. It's like a baby hero. You look at you and you're like, oh.
All villains do is shoot me in the face.
That's because they're too charmed by you. They can't handle it.
Kate actually, like, chuckles, holds back a chuckle when you say that. He's like,
See, like, if we weren't related and I was incandescent, You would just be so darn adorable. I'd have to kill you.
Hello? He's like, that's awful.
Well, I can't have you changing my morals.
So am I like a baby face that tries to change everyone for the better?
She glances at Tamaris.
Doris glances at you.
And they look back at Mikkel.
I don't do that! I don't do that at all!
You don't have to proactively do it to do it.
What do I do that's not proactive? Like, I don't do anything.
You be a good person, and it makes other people want to be good people.
He's like, that's supposed to influence people?
Yes. It's called show by example. I do it all the time.
I think he's scared of spiders.
She pops him.
Mm-hmm. He dodges.
Asshole.
I'm
I'm gonna put a spider in your bed.
gonna put a spider in your bed.
Kate'll kill it.
I'm not scared of spiders.
Well, I hope it bites you then.
And I hope you get spooked in the morning.
Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if we would have met under different circumstances, I probably would have killed you.
You know what? Maybe it'd be better if I was sleeping in the ground.
You wouldn't have been sleeping, but okay.
I'd be dead. Same equivalent.
No, it's not. Sleeping and death are two very different things.
I'll be sleeping forever.
Mm. You would be in a coma.
No, I wouldn't.
So you would just be D-E-A-D.
I'd probably be back to Saloon's realm or something.
Yeah? Unless, Merkel and... Unless Merkel and Killamavor were dead, then I suppose we'd go straight to Elliot.
Wonderful! I'll be put on a shiny little display case. As the next hero and died by his hands.
Yep.
It's gonna happen to me soon.
I'm sure it's gonna happen to all of us soon.
Not to you.
The fuck do you mean?
Can't break you out of that shit.
Break me out of what? Death?
Yeah, I probably would do anything.
How the fuck would he break me out of death? I don't think Bloodborne has that capability. Bloodborne, do you have that capability?
I can make a wish.
Don't you fucking waste a wish on that.
That's worth it.
She pops him. Ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Yes, you are ridiculous.
He promise?
I told you I'd escape death, and you're not going to trust me on that?
I trust you and I just miss you.
I wouldn't be dead for long. Like Infinity would let that happen. Bitch is crazy. She would never get to see Bloodborne again. I highly doubt that she'd want anyone else because no one's as fucking diverse, we'll say, as I am.
The kill's like diverse. That's pretty good. Mars, when can I dye my wings black?
She pops him.
Hey! He dodges your pop.
She pops
He
him.
dodges again.
She kicks him.
He doesn't dodge. He's like, ow!
She says, "You're not dyeing your wings.
Mars,
They need to go back the way they were."
Mars says the bet was that I would dye my wings white and he would dye his wings black if I won poker.
I cancelled the game.
We gotta pick it up back when we get to Alameda.
No! You're not dyeing your wings.
But there's safe wing dye.
No!
It's only temporary.
I'm trying to help your wings heal. From the damage that you did to them.
They're not that bad.
They're sad.
They're not sad.
They are sad.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're cool.
You say so.
Whereas like last time I remember you were crying about your wings. He's like, shut up. Shush.
Show them.
No.
Yeah.
They're the same as always.
Show them.
He shows us it is the same as always.
Why?
I don't know. I actually don't know this time.
You need to have an evolution.
I know, I don't have one yet. I guess it happens when I kill Apex and rip him apart. Anyway.
I think that'll turn your wings black.
We need to die, so like, blow him up.
Okay, but there's ways to go about that.
He's a vampire, I mean, literally tear him apart.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. No!
What?
That's not what you do!
He's a bad guy, he must die!
Clearly you don't believe that, or your wings be pure white. And sparkling.
But he's a bitch that deserves to die in the most painful way possible.
Oh, Miguel. Do you think every villain deserves to die?
Yes.
Really?
No. I mean, there's villains that are definitely unredeemable, like Ellie/Ellie, the Apex, Dance Macabre, but I mean, there's villains that just do villain stuff because that's how the world was around them.
Like who?
Well, like you.
I am a 1 in a million. Most villains are villains because they're assholes.
Yeah. Those
Okay.
need to go. Well,
I thought we resolved this.
not really, they don't need to go.
I thought we resolved this.
Well, because the big villains need to go, but there's a lot of villains that just
Mikkel,
need a chance.
this is going to sound like I'm being very, very, very mean. Okay? Specifically to myself, but I'm not. Okay? I killed about 50 people.
Yeah.
Okay? If you were a hero, you should have killed me. I should have died before I could kill any more people, good or bad.
But some people need a second chance.
A person who kills 50 people doesn't deserve a second chance.
But you're just... You grew up in a bad life.
It's not an excuse.
No, but I just feel like there's some villains that just need a little love, and understanding, and then the redemption. So it makes the world bright, is the hope and redemption.
Mikkel, I am a special case.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a very special case.
What about Miss Mercy and Blood Knuckles?
Blood Knuckles has killed villages of people.
He's killed cities!
But it's not our job to kill Blood Knuckles. And
No.
it's not our job to hold him accountable.
No.
But the point being is that if Blood Knuckles, if Miss Mercy, or even me, if we were all still villains, we need to be stopped. We would need to die.
Yeah, and that's like the apex. He needs to die.
Yes. In theory, by technicality, everyone could be redeemed. Whether or not they want to is a different choice and a different question.
He's about to become Steve from Steven Universe. You can make it better. You can make it right. Someone keeps drawing on Charlie when he's like, you can make it better.
She says, because everyone should deserve a chance at redemption.
Yeah.
However,
However.
you have to realize when to give it.
Yeah.
And realize that not everyone's going to take it.
Yeah.
I even gave Loth a shot,
Yeah.
and she did not take it. And so now she will die a fiery and brimstone death.
That's why I don't think all villains need to die at first.
But you can't choose. If you or anyone is evil and is going to kill hundreds of more people or whatever, they need to die. Because who is to say that the 10 more people that they're going to kill before they get redeemed aren't worth it, but their life is?
That's true. But
if someone could have stopped me when I had killed the first 5, tell me that the other 45 wouldn't have been worth it compared to me.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah.
That's my point. You have to know. And you have to realise that when you give someone a chance. That you giving them a chance, the future deaths and the murders that they may commit there on out, the future hurt that they may pull, because you gave them that chance, they can do it again. It's the same thing with Shah.
Yeah. Whereas, like, he knows that. He's been talking to Shar, too.
Why are you talking to Shah?
Well, she's in Saloon's room when I show up. It's only idols, and they're to see Saloon.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't really know her like that, though.
It's fine. It's something that you need to realise, Mikkel. There's a reason that your wings are the way they are. Because if Mikkel, OG Mikkel, before he met Electra, were asked that question, what would he have said?
He would have said that any villain needs to die.
Yes.
I just think that...
But now you're biased.
Yeah.
Because of me.
Yeah. And Miss Mercy, and Blood Knuckles, and other villains that we can redeem.
I understand that. But these are 1 in a million cases. And for some of them, for Blood Knuckles specifically, he's not technically redeemed.
No.
He's just got a different outlet. He wasn't technically a villain to begin with.
Just kind of was a bugbear?
I think that's a better way to put it. His whole culture is war and fighting and death.
Yeah, so it kind of was just him the whole time.
Miss Mercy isn't technically redeemed either.
Yeah.
She's just choosing what she believes is the winning side.
Yeah.
And trust me, by God, I'm not redeemed either. Yeah, I'm trying. It's hard.
Yeah.
But some of that is taking accountability for the 50 people that I killed. Now I take full accountability and stand by about 10 of them. But the other 40... Can't say that.
I would be like, yeah, the 10 of them.
I stand by those.
Okay, and they were all insulting me.
And assaulting him. So I wiped them out.
I was just like, he's a strong guy.
I'm stronger.
That's fair. Can't cast a spell. He can't even cast Hellish Rebuke.
Correct.
He's like, don't rub in my face.
Correct. That's why I'm here. To protect him. That's why I became quote-unquote good.
Yeah, and Kane says to Mikkel, he's like, the same situation you're having now happened to Aaron.
How so?
Aaron, the reason he became a fallen paladin, I'm sure I told the story before, was because Lathander told him he needed to kill this villain. We were there with him around that time. I think the only ones that weren't there with him at the time were Tisha and Gatona, because we didn't meet them yet. So it was me, Merlin, and him. We're kind of doing his quests because, we were really busy with our own. And Lathander told him he needed to kill a villain. You don't know this one, but he basically has killed an entire city. And Belender said he will continue to kill more. And Aaron was determined to kill him, and we just were following him.
Yeah.
So we weren't really. But then, when he found out, we were going through his house, basically, or his area, the castle, we found that this guy had a family. And Aaron saw and started to feel sympathy to him. And so he refused to kill him and give him a second chance. But this villain sadly was not some happy ending, as he ended up killing another entire city. Lathander was mad at him, saying, "I told you this would happen." But Aaron kept fighting back at Lathander. And that's when Lathander made him a fallen paladin. And that's when that whole debacle happened with Lathander killing us. They're fighting us! There are special cases, but there's some things you should not give a second chance on.
She says, I don't think that there should be special cases. I don't.
In cases, we're lucky enough that, we have you. And Miss Mercy and Blood Knuckles are on our side. But in Aaron's case, villains were villains.
In most cases, villains are villains. It's hard to... I was a villain, but it's hard to say so when decisions aren't... When I was coerced.
That's
because,
why.
say, I wasn't coerced, it'd be different. But then by technicality, I was never a villain.
Mm-hmm. He's like, you never really had the title of it.
No. Because I don't fit the mold.
He says you don't.
And that's the problem, is that people who do need to. Yes.
Have no excuses.
Yes.
And he said...
And I technically don't have many excuses.
Well, coercion's a pretty good one.
It's not an excuse, though.
No. But it doesn't make you fit the mold.
No.
And, Raquel's kind of listening, and King's like, but that's what happened to Aaron, was that was a villain. That was not a person that did not fit him. That was a pure villain, and you could see it.
And she says, and that's the important thing that I think you need to differentiate, is that Blood Knuckles and Miss Mercy are not redeemed. We have an agreement, basically, is what we have with them.
We have a good partnership going on.
Yes.
Where we know they're not going to stab our backs.
And the reason they're not doing bad things is because they have no reason to right now. Because they're working with good people.
They are on the neutral side.
Yes.
They will do bad things if bad things gets them what they want.
But that doesn't mean that they're redeemed. Because there is a whole other possibility in which both of them would have worked with Elliot White instead if we would not have been on the winning side.
We know that from the first time.
Yes. And that's the important thing to note here, is that just because I was a special case because by technicality I was not
really a villain.
No. It doesn't work that way with everyone.
So they were called Miss Mercy and Blood Knuckles for a reason.
Yes.
They were not just because they did not give themselves those names. The world gave them that name.
Yes.
Villains and heroes are made by the people, but made by words from people. We do not make ourselves heroes and villains.
And she says, and the difference is that the world gave them their names. Shah gave me mine.
Because so it's kind of just individual.
She says, so you can't look at me or Miss Mercy or Blood Knuckles and say, well, now all villains have a chance at redemption. That's not fair.
Yeah.
And say that it would have been wrong to... Because it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been technically wrong to kill Miss Mercy. It wouldn't have been technically wrong to kill Blood Knuckles. And at the time when I was incandescent, it wouldn't have been technically wrong to kill me.
Yeah.
which is harsh. But it's true.
Yeah.
Because I hurt a lot of people. I may have only killed 50 people, but I destroyed lives. And I destroyed a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember most of it. And that's a problem, but that also differentiates me from a villain.
Because they would remember what they did.
Yes. And they would have chosen to do it. I'm also what you would call a victim of circumstances and people.
Which is probably worse.
Who handles it in a very... who handled it in not a good way. But yeah. Now we get to go investigate Dance Macabre.
Because you're going to be alright.
Yeah, so long as, I learned that I wasn't manipulated part 2. Or 3, if we count Elliot.
Maybe your actions just were bad, so it affects everyone around them.
Maybe.
If you stab somewhere in the ice and cracks start to form around it.
Maybe. Because I think I've done enough with the, mind games and manipulation with Shah. I don't think I want to learn that there's a strong possibility, because it is a strong possibility, that she wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
Which is lovely, which is nice. I love that for me. So,
It's funny because the reason is so out of pocket for this one. It's not even close to it's like yellow flag on the field out of pocket.
Jesus, and so... Because even if Iris wasn't manipulating me, Elliot was.
Yeah.
Elaine White was. Because she sent me to Iris. Who decided to try and kill me for 2 years. After all I asked for was a little extra money. I mean, God forbid I asked for some money.
Sounds petty as fuck. That
God
sounds...
forbid I asked for fucking money.
From the rumors you hear about her, sounds like she's petty.
Did you hear?
Well, the usual the ones that you've heard about Dance Macabre. That she's rich and high society. People around her go missing, type of stuff.
Yeah.
Typical what you heard in the West, I'm sure.
It's most nobles, to be fair.
The sickly, sweet words, people disappear around her. No one knows where she's at, the typical things. People thought she was multiple people at once.
Yeah. To be fair, I meshed the jobs a little bit that I did for her versus the jobs I just kind of did. So I couldn't really tell you solidly all the shit that I did for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it was for like a year. I kind of worked for her on contract for a year.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Long time.
But then she tried to kill me for 2 more years after that, so... And that's why I thought Kane was trying to poison me.
King chuckles, you actually chuckles. I remember the first time I cooked.
I was 100% sure that shit was poison.
She was checking it out like crazy. And I didn't tell you until now that the reason I ate out of it was to somewhat give you reassurance that it wasn't poison.
Well, I thought you had just built up a tolerance.
And I told you this, that does not exist.
I mean, I think it could. I think you just don't know.
Dwyer was like, only unless he was a certain race.
See? I knew it was a thing. What if you were a changeling and I didn't know?
He's like...
I could have been killed.
And then Dwyer's like, changeling is not immune to poison.
What if it was Major Illusion and he was that race?
Lamar's just like, weren't you proficient in magic? Like,
I mean, what if I was just too distracted by his beauty?
King chuckled. He's like, she just didn't trust me at the time.
Yeah, for like a year and a half.
And he says, that's fair though. I mean, if you're getting chased down for 2 years, I think that's valid for you not trusting me for a year and a half.
Mm.
You still ended up eating the stuff I made though.
Yeah, I figured that, you know, if you were that skilled at trying to kill me, that, I mean, shit, I might as well give you the win.
And I somehow, and then you learned I never was.
Yes.
And it was even worse.
I know, because I lost a bodyguard.
And gained a husband.
I guess it's a
good
better prize.
chuckles. You see that? I'm not as valuable as a bodyguard.
I said if it's better.
You said you guess.
It was.
Remember our conversation? You guess.
Fuck you.
Chuckles.
Fuck you.
Gang chuckles. That kid actually laughs.
And she says, I don't even know where to start in Aurora, Mikkel.
I could probably take us to the higher districts. I mean,
Are we sure we won't get killed there?
maybe we could start in the middle district. Maybe we can gather information about it, Sully. I mean, do you know where one of her assets would possibly be? Well, history check. That's right, open your laptop.
Stinky.
I don't know why I said it like that.
That's why over your laptop.
I try to have tone, but my brain was like,
That's right over your laptop. History?
Yes.
That's a 19.
You actually know. On the middle class area, there's a bar that she owns.
In the middle class area of the city, there's a bar she
What
owns.
do you want to call it?
Lunares.
Ooh, that's pretty. And he's like, because like that she owns that?
Yeah, she owns the
That's
Lunares.
That's actually a popular one too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, we could probably check that one out.
Okay, we'll stop there.
Maybe we can get backstage. Quotation marks.
Maybe. Maybe we could fake the mark. Like, oh yeah, we work for her.
We could. We have major illusions.
Mm-hmm.
And Demar's nods. He's like, I'm fully a sorcerer now.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
So I can do major illusion now.
Does she have all her spell slots back or no?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you did basically a long rest. You don't have to really sleep as long as you're idly like resting about. You're fine.
She says, okay. That might work. Yeah, we'll go to the Lunares and see what happens.
Yeah, I know how to get there pretty well. We can take maybe a roundabout way to get out of the city if we get in
Cool.
bad dire stuff.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. And I'm curious, have you ever heard of a city named Homestead?
You say that, Mikkel? He's like, yeah, that place got razed to the ground.
Okay.
People don't know what really happened to it, though.
Mm. Okay.
Is there something related?
Well, she blew it up and tried to frame me for it.
Well, it didn't seem to work successfully because no one really found the culprit, as I heard through the other cities and when I was traveling.
Yeah, because I'm not stupid.
Yeah. I heard that there wasn't many casualties involved.
That's cool. She wanted me to steal the weave amber.
The weed hammer?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. I had it, and then it was major illusion.
And the was like, I killed a city weed hammer.
She glances at Kane.
He doesn't say anything.
She says, why?
I'd kill to see it.
Why?
It's a good resource.
Of what?
He's like, it's a very old amber which can be used in very powerful spells.
Can it?
Yeah. it's not magical in nature, but it's an ancient amber, which is hard to find.
Is it important to spectral things?
It could be. I mean, a lot of things can be important to spectral things because spectral things are just equivalent to arcana things. Because, spectral arcana, Shadowfell are still arcana based.
Mm-hmm. They did swing by and get that ring.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got the ring on.
I just thought of it.
Yeah, he's got it on.
Jesus. Okay, well, if we ever find it, then I suppose, we'll let you see it.
I can't use it?
No,
Why not?
it's not yours.
But it's nobody's.
Yes, it is.
Whose is it?
Explains that game.
Kane's not answering. Is that anyone told him that?
Points at Kane.
He owns it?
And his lineages.
Yeah, but I mean, if he wants to use it, I don't mind. Not that
See,
much.
but permission's important to Mars.
Okay. So I'm allowed to use it.
If he says yes.
He's like, yeah, you can use it. I don't have any use for the weed amber.
And I don't use amber. I just use my drink.
And he's like, cool. I'll finally be able to cast Disintegrate at 10th level.
What?
The most unknown spell slot.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
What does the weed amber? How does the weed amber do that?
Oh, well, it doesn't do it. It's just, again, if I chip some off and I mix a few things here and there with the ancient amber. It's not the weed amber, it's just ancient amber, basically. Which is, again, rarest resource to find anywhere. Then I could possibly make a powerful spell. So you mix that with this and that and this and that, then it makes me strong.
It was pretty though.
Yeah, but sometimes beauty must be sacrificed.
I don't think you should give it to him, Kane.
Why not?
I don't think we should sacrifice the weed amber.
But it's not really anything important.
But it's your lineage.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
What if his siblings want it?
I don't know. I think they'd break it and do the same thing Damaris did to it. I think they would do the same thing that Damaris would want to do with it, to be honest. They're pretty magically inclined.
But it's pretty.
Marsha's like, yeah, they are magically inclined.
But it's pretty.
Yeah, but it's just a material.
I don't think you should destroy materials just because they're materials.
Well, that's what materials are for.
Who said that?
Damaris.
She's Maxim.
He catches your hand. He catches your other hand. He's like holding on to him.
She headbutts him.
You headbutt him, but it's like his skull is like hard, so you can't like a rock. He's
I'm
like,
tired of y'all catching my hands.
well, you throw them so much.
I could throw my spells instead.
You already do enough to Mikkel.
You could be next.
He just looks at you.
She stares at him back. I think about it every day.
Think about it every day.
Mm.
Why'd you do it?
Because you're Damaris. Mikkel deserves it.
What do you mean?
You do.
I'm always a fucking victim to you.
Mm-hmm. My biggest victim.
I can't be her because my sister bothers me.
Correct.
First, let's go, you.
Thank you. How kind.
Mara's just like, yeah, but Kane's siblings do have a knack for magic.
Really?
Yeah, I've been teaching them.
She looks at Kane.
Kane also looks at him like,
This is why are you teaching them?
they ask.
And you didn't tell us?
I thought they told you. That's what they said they would tell y'all.
And you trusted them?
Yeah,
Why would you trust them?
because they're Kane's siblings.
Have you met Kane?
Yeah, it's pretty trustworthy.
No. No.
Kane's like, oh my god. No.
What have you been teaching them?
Oh, just cantrips.
Okay, don't teach them anything crazy, please.
But what if they ask?
Don't!
Like disintegrate?
Maybe ask their guardian. He points to Kane. You know, one of the people who they're living in the house with?
So I can teach them magic missile.
No.
Okay, so you can teach them the cantrips. That's fine.
Don't teach them harmful spells so they can hurt people.
Because my sister will probably aim it at any person that's walking.
This is true.
But you can teach them the cantrips like light, thaumaturgy, prestidigitation,
Mending.
mending,
Message.
message.
Prestidigitation.
I imagine Kane's the one that pronounces them the prestidigitation wrong. He's like prestidigitation.
Skip out on Thunderclap though.
Yes, no, I don't need any of that because I'm sure my sister would harass me with Thunderclap 24 times a day.
And she says, and you can also do dancing lights. It's a good one. Minor illusion might be fun.
I think minor illusion is fine.
Vicious mockery in case they're getting bullied.
My sister already knows how to cast that one.
Perfect.
That's what Kane says to you, actually.
And she says,
She does want to be a bard.
and True Strike, of course. Wait, what?
We went over this. She wants to go to bard college.
When did that happen?
A while ago.
When?
It actually did happen. She did say she wanted to go to college.
I knew she wanted to go to college. I didn't know she wanted to go to college to be a bard.
Well, maybe she changed it recently. She changes to college a lot. Last time she wanted to go to college for wizards. Then she wanted to go to college for a bard. Then she wanted to go to college for religion to be a cleric. So she's in the stage.
Yeah, I knew that she wanted to go to college, but I didn't know all this.
She's in the stage of she doesn't know what she wants, but she wants to go to college.
This is fair.
So I'm sure she'll figure it out later.
I'm sure she will too. So long as Damaris doesn't teach her any bad spells.
I won't.
What kind of school of magic do they favor?
My siblings?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my sister does not seem to favor. She's just learning because she can learn. My little brother, I think, is favoring the wizards' colleges.
Aww.
But he doesn't know which one he wants to do.
Yeah, he's tiny.
But I think he's definitely going to keep wizard college pretty consistent.
That's so cute.
I told him no necromancy, though.
Maybe he can be a sorcerer.
Well, sadly, he's not a sorcerer because he's not innately magical.
But he is. He's a tiefling.
Well, sorcerers are bloodline magic.
Oh.
He's not bloodline magic, but he has the capability to learn. That's why he can become a wizard.
Makes sense. That's why you're a sorcerer, Mikhail, but not Mikhail Damaris.
Mm-hmm. Well, demigods are technically and inherently sorcerers, if they choose to be. But the issue is you have to give up bard.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Plus, a bard's very useful, so.
You think I'm useful?
Yeah, there's some spells I don't have as a sorcerer. That you would definitely have. You're kind of the mix of all magic classes.
Oh my gosh, my brother loves me. Thank you, Damaris.
The most magically inclined motherfucker. Yeah, and he says, Kane's like, I just told my little brother no necromancy.
He wanted to be a necromancer.
No, I just told him don't do that option if he wants to be a wizard.
Maybe you shouldn't have told him that yet. Now he'll want to do it anyway.
At least he listens to me, unlike my sister.
For now. He hasn't hit that age yet.
No. I hope he grows out of it. I hope she grows out of it.
I don't think she will. Soon she'll be asking to go on adventures with you.
She already has. You just don't see it. Because she messages me.
She messages me a lot.
Of course she does. She didn't ask you to go on adventures.
Hmm?
She doesn't ask to come on adventures.
No.
Because she knows you'll say no.
Of course I will.
Me, she tries to coerce me.
You're easy to coerce.
I am. When it comes to you also.
They need to stay safe though, so they have to stay safe.
That's what I told them. I said, you can study all you want with everyone else, but you cannot come out with us yet. Unless I take them out to a simple one.
There's never going to be a simple one.
Well, I can make one up.
We have to track down Merlin.
Make up some villain name. The Grass Eater. It's just Merlin as a goat or something.
Bah.
Something we can make up for them.
It'll be fun. Damaris, you can help.
I'm good at making villains.
I know you are.
This is an awkward smile. That's actually a smile, but it's not a smile.
This is okay.
And you alive to the aurora.
Yay.
It's probably like afternoon when y'all, well, it's like morning when y'all get there, because it's a pretty long travel to get to that side of the west. But you're here.
Yay. Well, Mikkel, lead the way.
Let's go. And you see the Lunaris. It's morning, so the bar is not very active. It's like a restaurant / bar. He's like, okay, so what do we do from here?
Well, we need to find information, so do you think anyone here would have any?
Maybe. Maybe the people that work here.
Okay, we can talk to them.
I'm sure since they're not busy, I don't think they'll mind. Just add a conversation.
We can see if they have the spectral mark.
Should we go in with fake ones?
Not yet.
Okay.
At least we'll cover it up in case that area, in case we need to fake it later.
Mikkel nods.
So, cover the nape of your neck.
Everyone does. They cover the nape of the neck.
This is okay. Let's go in.
And you go in. And you see some waiters and waitresses moving about, and one of them says, and the hostess is like, welcome to the Lunaris. How many?
4.
4? Where would you like to sit? We're pretty open on tables, so you can choose the outdoor setting, the bar.
The bar.
Bar? Alright, let me lead you over there. She leads you to the fancy bar where there's tons of like glass lights hanging around, like hanging glass lights and stuff. And you all sit down. And she's like, the bartender will be taking care of your orders.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this Goliath man, and he's polishing the glasses. And he says, he hands you all the menus and says, take your time.
She does an arcana check to see if he has a mark. 12.
No.
Okay. She says, so I'm new to the city here. Can you tell me a little about this place? I heard that it was popular.
Lunaris?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's owned by your typical fancy nobles. Or noble. I think noble. And he says, been around for 102 years. We're going to celebrate our 103 years anniversary in the next few weeks. And he's like, usually busiest at night. We have a whole special menu at night.
And you don't know who owns the place?
And he says, our manager does, but he only comes in at night. We call it the witching hour.
Oh. That's cool. Witching hour.
Yes, that's when we serve exclusive guests.
Oh. Like who?
People that make reservations way ahead of time. usually kind of a special part of the night that we take reservations. Kind of a whole new theme around here. I usually don't work the witching hour though.
Fair.
'Cause I'm usually asleep.
Yeah, most people are.
But I know the other bartender, she works the witching hour.
Oh. Interesting.
Sometimes she works the day shift, but she works the witching hour as well. But I think today she's just working the witching hour.
Who knows? So that's interesting.
But that's about all I would really tell about this bar, other than it's fancy, sea themed, and that special event that, I mean, we might have some tables open for the witching hour actually.
Yeah, I'm interested for sure.
Yeah, I can check the list for you really quick.
Could you?
And he goes and he checks like a clipboard and he says, yeah, we have 10 spots open.
Perfect.
Would you like all 4 of you to be written down?
Yeah.
He's like, can I get your names?
Sure, you go first, you.
Does he go point to Mikkel?
She puts Mikkel.
Yeah, my name's Adam. He's not gonna deception. He doesn't care that much. Deception, but it's like, check y'all. He's like, okay, Adam. And he looks at Damaris, and Damaris says, he's about to be stupid, Dennis. He's like, okay, Dennis, and he looks to you.
Isla.
Kane's like, oh fuck. Jordan. The worst one. Nah. What's up? I was about to say Hulk Hogan, the wrestler.
Don't do that to him.
The Undertaker.
No! Let's do Jordan.
Jordan. And he's like, okay. And he's like, alright. Have y'all down. You can just say your names at the door. And since you asked to be reserved at, it's like 9 a.m., just say your names at 9 a.m. And that basically verifies that no one's taking your spot.
Cool.
He says, alright. Would you like anything here, though? Like an appetizer?
Sure.
What would you like? It's a seafood menu. With, of course, not always seafood either.
What do you recommend?
Well, we have a good fried rice here. Courtesy of Eastern Traders.
Looks like that.
And he nods as he's like, anything to drink? We got mimosas for the morning.
Take a mimosa.
And he says,
so will Jordan.
Okay. And he gives y'all everyone just asks for mimosas because they're morning mimosas. And he says, and he gives y'all some like cheese cubes and stuff to go with it, so it's not on an empty stomach. And he says those will be out shortly.
Thank you.
Kane's looking at the strange orange drink.
Drink it.
What's a mimosa?
Good.
Okay. He drinks it. He takes a sip, like he nurses it, you know, and he's like, that is good.
I told you.
And since he nurses it, he's not gonna make a con save because he's not.
It does have alcohol.
He says, I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's like, that's why I'm not drinking it down.
She says, I love mimosas.
You seem to like any fruity drink that comes your way.
I sure do.
Because, like, mimosas are very good.
I'm saying.
He's like, you don't have this stuff in the East, Kane. And Kane's like, no.
They have bitter stuff in the East.
Very
and
bitter.
And spicy stuff in the East.
Yes. Kane's like, I don't like spicy food. He's like, I can't handle spicy. I was like, I like spicy food, I just can't handle it. And Kane says she can't either.
You didn't have to put me on blast.
Well, you can't even handle the spicy candies.
You didn't have to put me on
He
blast.
chuckles. Namara's like, it's okay, I can't handle spicy either.
Your spicy's different than our spicy.
It is very different.
We have spicy candy here in the West. It's not like your spicy though.
Yeah, because it's more cinnamony.
Yeah.
Kane's like, cinnamon?
Yeah. What?
Cinnamon?
You don't know what that is?
No.
It's You'll have to try it.
Yeah, Mikhail's like, you have to try it. I love cinnamon.
Of course you do.
What that's supposed to mean?
What is it supposed to mean, Mikhail?
Yes, I can't handle spicy things.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes.
This is wacky in the head.
I know you did not just insult me.
I did not.
Adam.
Isla.
At least I use my real name.
You have 2 names.
I do have 2 names.
I only have 1.
You could ask them what your real name is.
This
yeah,
is
OG.
This is my real name.
You Mikkel times 2?
Yeah.
They named you your real name?
Yes!
Oh, that's so funny. Damaris, what's your real name? Yeah, OG.
Derek.
Good thing you changed it.
Good thing I did change it. Well, it was the name my parents gave me. Was Derek. I chose the name Saloon gave me, which is Damaris.
Oh, yeah. The name Saloon gave is better.
Saloon does know how to name, at least.
That's good. Better than Derek.
No,
God. We can't ask you that, King, because you've always been King.
Yeah. I mean, my second name's Starwalker. That's a hero name, so...
I have like 4 different names at this point. I got Isla, Iridescence, Incandescence, and Electra.
I used to be called by Merlin because he could never understand my dialect back then. He thought I was Kale for the longest time.
Kale?
And he said, oh, you're named after a vegetable. I said, what?
And he calls you his best friend.
He's just a little,
Stupid?
Yes. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's been as dumb as Merlin.
And this is true. Not even Blood Knuckles.
I love him to death, though.
I know.
No, I'm not as proactive in his one brain cell activities anymore.
I would hope not.
I don't wish to be.
That's fair. It says, I suppose we hang out then, guys, until tonight.
I can show Kane cinnamon.
Yeah, we can show Kane cinnamon.
We take him to a bakery that sells cinnamon goods.
Yeah, there are a few bakeries here.
Because I actually know one.
Okay.
Called the Rock and Stone. Now it's off-putting, but they're like a hole-in-the-wall bakery.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I assume that they eat the food that when it comes out.
Oh yeah, it's some bomb-ass fried rice. Pretty, you can tell, Kane's cooked you like a fried rice, you can tell this is pretty westernized.
Wow. Not as good as yours, King.
You think nothing as good as my food.
This isn't the same.
Well, obviously it's westernized.
Exactly.
It's not bad though.
She does eat it though.
Yeah, no. It's still like very good food though.
Yeah.
And y'all eat and you go, Mikhail kind of shows y'all around the aura. And he's like, that's the shop I used to frequent. I used to get my clothes here. What is she doing?
She's staring at Mikhail, listening.
And I get all my clothes here. I love their clothes. They're actually made of like part silk, part cotton here. And they host a lot of musicians here. And here's the Rock and Stone. And you smell the like most like fresh bakery.
She
goods.
drags Kane in.
You drag him in, you hear the little ding of the bell, and you see a high elf woman. And she's like, welcome.
She says, do you have anything cinnamon?
It's all on the left shelf, honey.
Perfect.
And what they do is, compared to just setting out, they actually they are still sitting on the warm bakery trays.
Wow.
On the racks.
Wow. She says, pick one, Kane.
They're also
Delicious.
swirly.
Yeah.
Because the cinnamon buns, the cinnamon bread, they have the swirls in it. It's so funny. Every cinnamon has a swirl.
Because cinnamon, the edge of cinnamon has a swirl.
It does, and it's so funny. And he's like, they're all so swirly.
Because the edge of cinnamon has a swirl.
Oh, interesting. He's like looking between the breads and the cinnamon buns.
Okay, we'll get the red cinnamon candy, okay?
Okay.
And then you could pick a sweet treat.
Okay. You get like, and she's like, you can just have one of them for free for a sample.
She hands it to Kane.
And Kane's like, staring at it like.
And she says, "You're from the east, so it shouldn't affect you."
No. And he pops in his mouth and he's like,
That's cinnamon.
clears up the nostrils.
Yep,
This could have a lot of medicine properties.
it does.
It does.
Mhm.
Interesting. Do they sell raw cinnamon here?
In bakeries, no, but probably you could find some in herbal or medicinal shops.
So, Jacqueline hates those red cinnamon candies. Jacqueline just doesn't know what it is about them that makes her go like, ah!
I love them.
I don't mind it though. I'm not over here like sitting here like, I fucking hate them, but if you give them to me, I'll hate you from. No, I'll put it in my mouth still. But not my most favorite candy.
I will chug a bunch of those
I
squishy
know
red
you-
hots
I know you will.
all at once and burn my mouth.
Now,
Scald it.
I will say, for Jacqueline, cinnamon sugar, I do love cinnamon sugar. I just don't know why I don't like cinnamon.
I like honey cinnamon butter.
I haven't I love honey cinnamon butter, actually. But, Kane would like cinnamon, so Kane's like, this is good. I like this.
You want more?
Yes?
Do you use a pack?
Get a little pack
She
of
says,
it.
now get one of the sweet treats.
Maybe the cinnamon bun?
Okay. She buys a cinnamon bun.
And she's like, we have some icing on the counter. You can also, it comes with it.
Cute. She's like, okay, you put it on cake.
Kate puts it on, and you see, like, since the cinnamon bun's still warm, it, like, melts over the cinnamon bun. And Kane's like, takes a bite, and he's like, it's really good, too.
Mm-hmm.
Continues eating it. He's eating it the way that he likes it, because he's eating it. Like, he's in big bites. He doesn't eat fast, but he eats the stuff in big bites when he likes it.
And she pays the lady.
She's like, thank you.
She says, thank you. And she's like, I'm glad you like it. She hands him all the cinnamon candy.
It's like a bag like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it in his pack, and he's like, I do like it. It's nice. I like it.
Welcome to cinnamon.
He gives you the last bite.
You should take it.
Yeah.
She says, I used to get honey buns in my city whenever my parents or Ferdinand thought that I was good.
Because, like, I love honey buns.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get them when I was a kid, too. But that was rare.
Yeah. Oh.
My parents would probably tell you a whole story about it, but let's maybe not. Actually, I've told them not to tell you a whole story about it.
I'll ask them.
No.
Ask them kindly.
No.
I'll ask them.
No.
It's okay. They'll answer me.
Just like your parents would.
Mm-hmm.
Ask your parents.
What'd you ask them now? They don't know everything.
No.
I'm glad Ferdinand's dead, so we can't answer anyone's questions.
But they have funny stories when you were really young. Like how you painted the walls because you wanted to be a painter.
Leave me alone.
And Kane's like, I have no embarrassing stories to tell.
I can ask your siblings.
No.
She tells me them sometimes
No.
just because.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell her to stop.
She won't. That's why she has
She
message.
better have not told you the time of the tale. She didn't.
No. But
Okay.
now I'm gonna ask.
No. Because like, what happened with the tale?
She uses sending right there and sends to her.
Hello, this is Kane's little sister calling.
And this is Electra.
Hey, Lecture, what's up?
So Kane just mentioned a story with a tail.
She starts laughing, and she's like, the tail?
Yeah, what happened?
Okay, you see Kane's like trying to be like, Lecture, no. Lecture, he's like,
She's like, it's too late. She's already telling you.
She's gently shaking you. Because you gotta tell me, Electra.
She says, I'll recount it as she tells me.
She's like, okay, so.
Okay, so.
When he was,
When he was
about like, when he was here for the first year, right?
when he was an Amigo for the first year.
So, he thought
He thought
that
That
his tail was too small.
he thought his tail was too small.
Because he obviously wasn't, he was like, what, 15?
Because he was 15.
And she starts laughing as she's thinking about it. So, what he did,
So
he took blue cloth, like his tail,
blue cloth,
tied it halfway around his tail so his tail would look. And by the way, it was the most poor job I've ever seen. So he tries to walk out the door with it.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm just waiting for the demise. He gets caught on the cabinet, pulls it down.
She recants everything to Mikkel as she's being told it.
Kane's hiding. He couldn't untie it because he did a triple knot.
That's so cute.
And Mikkel's laughing. He's like,
She hops on Kane's back.
he's like, oh.
She's like, stop!
Oh.
No, don't be embarrassed.
And he has
It's
to catch you.
adorable.
So he's like, no, that's embarrassing.
No, it's adorable.
He's like, my tail grew out.
That's so cute.
No, it's not
You were
cute.
50.
It's not cute.
She kisses his cheek. Do you think it's adorable?
He's blushing.
It's fine. She stays on his back. She's like, thank you.
No problem. I always have an embarrassed story, especially
I know.
about his horns, about the tattoo he got.
Ooh,
about
I'll have to ask more about the tattoo and the horns.
And he says his teeth, his emo face.
Emo face. She looks at Kane. She says, "You had an emo face."
No, I didn't. She's
And
lying.
a tattoo.
She's lying. It wasn't a real tattoo. It was a fake tattoo that I thought was real, and I keep reapplying the tattoo.
She says, "I'll ask more when we get back."
No.
And she hangs up on her.
She's like, high five.
And she says, "You're just so cute."
To Kane.
Adorable, yeah.
He's like,
You're so adorable. She's just hanging out on his back.
he's just holding on to you, like on his back, so he can't hide his face at all. But his tail's wrapped around his leg.
She's got her arms around his neck. She's got her head next to his. She's just like, it's fine.
You don't need to recant the embarrassing stories.
It's so cute though! They thought it was cute too.
They can't know I'm weak.
You're not weak!
Because like, no, you could probably punch me in one hit and I think I'd actually be dead. That's what Mikashi says.
I'll have to agree.
He's like, I think I would not be knocked out. I think I would be gone.
Can't show I'm weak, he says. And what are the rest of us? Weak?
Strong.
How are we strong? We have weaknesses too.
You can cast spells to basically make up for your weaknesses.
Kane,
He doesn't know how spells work.
you understand that spells can be deflected, dispelled, and counterspelled, correct?
Just like weapons can be blocked and deflected.
Yeah, the likelihood of that happening is a lot less likely.
Yeah, because like, especially if you're swinging hard enough, I don't think anything in the world besides maybe
They're still gonna take damage.
a brick wall can stop it like yours.
I think a brick wall wouldn't even be able to stop your hit.
Game's like, I'm sure it would.
I'm sure it wouldn't. Have you seen you throw around Bloodborne?
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because like, it's crazy!
I demonstrated to you that I can barely hold Bloodborne up.
And he's like, and because like, I don't think me and Mars could even, like, if we are able to hold Bloodborne, be able to wield him properly.
No, Bloodborne is picky.
Because I've wielded battle axes before.
They're hard.
They are, but like the ones my size. Because Mikael's still shorter than Kane.
I imagine Bloodborne is the size of Electra, which is even funnier.
I'd say actually, it's the size of Kane.
Shit, that's a 6-foot axe.
And the head of the axe is huge. It's probably as big as that chair, like in terms of like
This one?
yeah, like width.
Holy shit.
It is massive compared to others.
I feel like that's fucking...
So imagine this like probably like 5'11" tiefling that's kind of built. Okay, the high 5'11" team that's not as built. Not too built because he's just.
He's a total of 1 inch taller than Electra.
Yeah, he's not that much.
Which is so funny.
Only
He's got a long
only Leon
arm.
can stay the tallest.
He's got a long arm.
Yeah, he just has a long arm. But so you see a guy not even at his full strength pick up an axe like that.
See, that's crazy, Kane.
That's not.
Who else does that?
Merlin.
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he can't count.
I know.
Because I was like, yeah, like, that axe is literally the size of you. The head of the axe is probably, like, a little less, like...
It probably weighs as much as I do.
Yeah, I mean, if Electra's over here struggling to even pick it up, not just because Bloodborne doesn't let her, just because it's heavy.
It almost knocked me in the head. Unintentionally.
I really don't think even the villains could wield that thing properly. I don't think he could even pick that thing up. Even if Bloodborne let him.
You have to be strong.
He's like, yeah,
like you!
I wouldn't consider myself the strongest.
She flicks him.
Bloodborne could probably punch me.
Huh?
Bloodborne could probably knock me out in one punch. I mean, Blood Knuckles.
Yeah, but Blood Knuckles will never be able to pick up the axe.
That's true.
Because there's no way in hell that Bloodborne will let him.
He's like, yeah.
I'm surprised Bloodborne even let me.
So I was like, can I try?
If Bloodborne lets you, you can try.
He hands the axe to Mikkel, and Bloodborne lets Mikkel hold him, but you think Bloodborne's enjoying the fact that no one can really pick him up because he has they have no strength too. And you see Mikkel struggles, not as bad as you did, but he still struggles.
That's not fair, he did better than me.
Because he is strength-based, Electra. I was like, I have muscle!
I do too!
Not as big as mine! We can do a flexing contest right here now!
That's me! You're calling me weak!
I'm not!
You're calling me weak!
I'm not!
Mars, you try!
Okay. Tries to pick it up, and you think he's got it, but he doesn't. It actually, like, he picks up, he's like, I got it, and just falls over and hits the ground and stuck in it.
I got it!
Yeah, I know, he's like, I got it. He falls to the other side into the ground.
At least I didn't do that bad.
He's like, I didn't think it would be so top heavy as I expected. Then Kane picks up his axe with ease as he puts it on his back.
Bloodborne did that on purpose.
I know he did.
Asshole.
So the next person that could probably pick it up easily is probably Phoenix for me.
Oh yeah, because they're buddies now.
Well, Bloodborne's still heavy.
Yeah, but they're friends too. So Bloodborne would like tell him how to help him. He'd be like, yo man, all you gotta do is this. And so he'll do it. They probably had this conversation.
Probably. I'm not too listening on them. I don't like to listen.
I've seen him use the axe in your body.
Oh, well.
So yeah. But that's also your body, so I guess.
Yeah, I think it's adjusted. My body's already adjusted to having Bloodborne, so. Phoenix just gets an advantage because he's not using his body.
He says, well, I guess you just show us around until tonight.
The girl's like, okay. And he shows y'all some cool places. He shows y'all a beautiful seaside garden.
Ooh.
Kane's like staring. He's like, and this is a pool. And Kane's like, oh, water.
This is controlled water.
Yep. You don't have to go in, Mikkel says. Kane's like, good.
No one's gonna push you in. She
No.
stares at Demars.
Marsh is like right behind Kane.
She stands in between them. No one. She elbows Demars. She's literally in between them.
Yeah, he's like, I push you both in.
She turns and grabs his hands and she says, "I'll drag you too."
But eventually comes the witching hour, aka 11 p.m. at night.
Yay! He says, "I guess we go, gang."
Do. And you go to the Lunaris, and you see a hostess at the front.
She says, "Should we have the markings?"
Maybe just in case. And we could just hide it.
Yeah, let's do that.
And you, Damaris will actually use his spell slot to cast Major Illusion, so you have free spells. And he's like, I can just do it.
Okay.
And he does it for y'all. And y'all just cover up, basically. Because you know that, the marking itself gave off a generic Arcana, like, thing. Like, feeling. So you think Major Illusion is honestly perfect for it.
Mm-hmm.
But you approach the hostess. And she's like, hello. Are you here for the witching hour?
Yes.
May I get your names and time?
Isla, 9 a.m.
And, he's like, Jordan, 9 a.m. I think McCall's Adam. Yeah, McCall's Adam, 9 a.m. Oh, Damaris says Dennis, 9 a.m. And, she's like, perfect. What seat would you like to take? Since you're, one of the few guests here. Yeah, bar, balcony, and inside.
Bar.
She nods, and she says, she's right this way. And she leads y'all in. And you see a few guests are sitting down, and you get sent to the bar.
Okay.
You don't think the bartender is here yet.
She waits with the game.
Everyone's looking around. You notice that they decorated the place differently.
Oh.
You see, it's, instead of being a little more bright, it's a little more, like, nice, warm tone, dark. Like, it's nice and warm tones. You notice new paintings on the wall. Instead of a beach at sunrise, it's a beach at sunset. Like, beaches at night.
Interesting.
The wallpaper looks a little more blue instead of green.
She's gonna Arcana check the general vicinity to see if she senses anything. 21.
You sense a bit of, like, light spectral energy.
She says, I sense a little bit of light spectral energy.
Yeah, you don't think it's, like, powerful enough to be like, oh no, but it's like, oh.
She says, I think there might be something in the ethereal plane.
Mars is like, interesting. Should one of us go investigate? Maybe go to the bathroom and just play your shift?
I can do it.
Okay. Do you want one of us to come with you?
It's be fun.
You know, it's
Plus it's weird and if I'm going to the restroom and a man follows.
Seems like I'm your husband, so.
That doesn't count!
Chuckles.
She says, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, you get to the bathroom, it's easy and fun.
And she goes and uses her cuffs to play her shift.
You?
In her way that she can.
You can just.
Do you want her to roll a percentile?
Yes, you don't have planar shift equipped, like, at all.
No, she doesn't have planar shift, but she has, like,
you're gonna have to.
dimension door thingy.
Yeah, you have to do a percentile for dimension door.
98.
Yeah, you're fine. You're like, I'm not tired. Okay. As you open a dimension door in the bathroom to the ethereal plane.
She looks around.
You enter the ethereal plane. Obviously, it's a little more ghosty, grayish looking. Would you like to exit the bathroom?
She peeks out the bathroom.
You don't see anyone in the bathroom. Anything in the bathroom.
She walks out.
Look, it's weird as you pass the large mirror in the bathroom. Like, you see, like, almost like a, like, foggy reflection of yourself in the mirror.
Where?
You see a spider! I'm just kidding. No, you see a spider in the material plane that's in the corner. On a web.
She leaves the bathroom and kind of stealthily looks around.
Would you like to roll stealth then?
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, no one's really rolling against you. It's just gonna be a DC.
15.
Yeah, you like stealthily look around. You definitely notice a spectral energy. Again, that same light spectral energy. You're in the hallway. You'll have to go down the hallway to get into the main dining area.
True
slash
though.
bar. Alright, you go. I imagine the bar's like in the center, like it's the full like square island bar and there's seats around. You go. And you see a sight to behold. You see ghosts sitting at some of these tables. Like they're waiting.
Does she see anybody canning them?
Yeah, you see some sitting on the bar casually.
What are they doing?
They just seem to be being casual.
How many?
The list can contain, last when you looked at the list, it could contain up to 60 people. There is at least 30 ghosts. So half the list.
Okay. Alright. She'll go back to the bathroom
You go back to the bathroom.
and leave.
You leave.
And comes back to Canning Company.
You'll have to cast Dimension Door again to leave.
Yeah.
With a percentile.
It's a 4th level spell.
Mm-hmm.
She did get a 4 though.
You EP, but you still fine.
And she exits the
You're like,
bathroom.
that's a little. But yeah, you exit the bathroom.
And she goes to Canning Company.
Good candy company. They're just chilling, and you notice the bartender has entered and is getting the bar ready.
She whispers to them and says people get possessed by ghosts.
Oh.
Not everyone though. 30 to 60 on the list.
Okay. So what do we do?
Not get possessed?
Okay. Mars like, I can tell what ghost is what if we can see them.
There's a lot in the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
She does an arcana check on the bartender to see if they have a mark. 18?
Yeah, you sense the familiar energy of a mark on them. On her.
She says, hello.
Hello there, setting up the bar, so I'll get you your menus in a second.
Thank you.
Witching hour is about to begin.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little more about the witching hour?
It's sort of an exclusive event for guests to come in, basically, at an odd hour that most restaurants are not open. But we only take by reservation. It is first come, first serve on reservations. There's no special things you need to have to get one.
Of course.
And we also have an exclusive menu.
Yeah.
By the way, Kane is shaking a little bit.
She's holding his hand. And she says, okay. And she says, what can you tell me about this place? I'm a little new to the town, but I heard from the bartender this morning that this place was really nice and about the witching hour.
Oh, yeah. What he said is basically what it is, even during the witching hour. Fancy, ornate, very good menu.
Do you know anything about the boss here? The owner?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I do know a bit.
Oh, what can you tell me about them?
Well, her name is Iris, and roll it. You have a passive insight, right?
Yeah.
What's it?
23.
You can tell she's being very careful with her words. Like, she's not trying to hide anything, but she's being very careful as she's saying this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Iris. One of, many nobles, technically. Nothing new around there. This place picked up the place, I think, 15 years ago. Because it was passed down her. She basically bought it out from the previous owner. I don't know who the previous owner was, obviously. I was hired here 3 years ago. Iris tends to move about a lot. I just get a paycheck from her to run this place.
And she says, interesting. She says, do you like working here?
I don't mind it. The night can be pretty, busy. But I don't mind the job inherently.
A lot of people.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of people.
She looks around. She says, I noticed a weird energy here also.
Well, the witching hour is a different hour,
Yeah, but it's almost a spectral energy.
Spectral, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I heard the witching hour is usually a time of haunting,
Oh, really?
where the ethereal and material plane are the closest together.
Wow. I didn't know that.
It's a theory.
Hmm.
Theory among mages and sorcerers and such.
And what would that mean then? That
And-
we could, technically, at the witching hour, talk to ghosts.
Yeah. And Demars is like, that is, he actually looks at me and says, that is true. She's not wrong about any of those facts.
Does that also mean that we could get possessed?
And she says, depends on the ghost. Some ghosts can't possess, as if you look up on encyclopedias and such. Some ghosts can.
Interesting. Yeah, I sense a strong spectral energy here, so I figured I'd ask.
How medium.
She says I'm a little magically inclined. I'm a bard.
I can tell.
She says, so I was just curious.
Interesting. What music do you play? What genre?
I have a variety, but I tend toward more alternative pop rock.
Interesting. A little different from Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
You don't happen to be iridescence, right?
In the flesh.
He's like, wow, that's special.
I do my best.
But you hear a grandfather clock ring.
Okay, looks around.
As you notice, all the warm lights turn to a soft blue. And you start to see the ghosts that you did see sitting around start to appear around you. In spectrally white and bluish and greenish forms. Ghostbusters!
She holds Kane's hand.
It's like... He's looking anywhere except down. Menu.
She's looking around.
You just see ghosts appear.
She says,
And you see,
oh!
you see some of the guests definitely look panicked, but some of the guests seem like this is just normal.
She says, like the... So this is normal here.
Some people don't really get the witching hour. You can see some people, obviously, like, in person. People like 30 basically real, 30 basically ghost. Some of them are like, oh my god! And some of them are like...
Okay. So then that means that, as Mary, the list, it was from people who were alive and dead? Oh.
If you Arcana check the list, you'll notice it was actually a magical paper. So ghosts were writing on that shit too.
And she says, oh. So the live and the dead sign up to attend.
She knows. We usually try to keep it 50-50. Now that you know, the witching hour is a little secret. Though, there's confidentiality, and she turns over the back of the waiting list, and it says, you will not expose what witching hour is to people outside of the restaurant.
Of course. Makes sense. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and she sees some of them are already calling the bartender over some of the ghosts.
Jesus, good luck.
Yeah, you can take a look at our menu though, it's all different.
She nods. She looks at Kim.
He's just looking down at the menu.
She says, it's okay.
It's okay, man, it's okay.
She hooks arms with him and holds his hand.
Hands on to you. Mars is like, I'm intrigued. Mikhail's like, whoa. He feels kind of like off-put, but he's not like, oh. He's like, oh, whoa. And he's like, what would you like to order, sweetie?
She looks at the menu.
It is a whole different menu. Very ghosty spectral theme, and you notice that there's a drink that is actually ectoplasm.
She's like, no, I get that.
Mars is like, I want the ectoplasm. He's already raising his hand. He's like, I want the ectoplasm. And she's like, I'll get you the ectoplasm. What color?
I feel like Damaris is on the end, so he's the one sitting next to the ghosts.
Oh, yeah, he is over
He's
here.
just talking.
Oh, he's talking to the ghost. So you can tell that Damaris does not think these ghosts on the bar are harmful.
Yeah, she'll turn and look around to see if any of them seem a bit more inconspicuous, I guess.
Like, kind of like not really good ghosts.
Yeah!
Yeah, roll a insight for it. Because I think this would be more insight. Let me look up D&D ghosts for a second.
18.
Because I remember there were a few D&D ghosts that... Banshees are scary.
Man.
I actually fought a banshee in one of the other campaigns I've done before.
Spooky.
But so what happened was, one of our people made the banshee, basically, so it was going through, like, an object, stopped the banshee midway through the object, so the banshee kept taking damage, because if a ghost is stuck through an object and tries to reappear, which every turn it has to reappear, it basically takes damage, because it really can't spawn there. I need, like, D&D ghost types, because there's just regular ghosts, but there's ghost types. And there's also, like, just like there's vampires, there's actually, like, tiers of ghosts.
Yeah.
But I need to find it again. God, never run into a ghostly beholder. Yeah, there's one of them there, and I'm scared.
God.
Oh, hunting ghost. Damn! Why is there so many?
There's a lot.
I'm gonna just go with, like, the few. Look up D&D. Yeah, there's a few. Okay. So you notice a few ghosts. You notice that there are a couple of pretty scary ghosts. You see a poltergeist, which can possess people. You see a wraith. But those are, like, the only two you really see that seem truly not good.
Sure.
But the rest of the ghosts you see are very, like, neutral in nature, and you think as long as you don't overstep boundaries, you think everything should be fine. But
She messages Damaris and points them out.
and he sees them, he's like, we gotta be careful around those then. If they approach us, just avoid.
Why would they approach us?
Ghosts are unpredictable.
Okay.
I actually have never really researched ghosts until this moment.
Okay.
But they tend to be highly aggressive and usually are put off by anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's
just mind our business.
and they also may be directly working with Iris.
I figure. And I also figure that's probably how the people got their markings. She's messaging him.
Yeah, and he's like, he nods and he actually, like, says, yes, I think so too. See, I don't think a lot of these people were willing.
Correct. And I also think that's why when we killed that one, a wraith exited.
These other ghosts seem like actual, genuine, just ghosts.
She nods.
And he says, oh my god. He's like, that's a Saga Sius ghost. That's Saga Sius.
Can I see it?
I don't know how to say it.
Sagacious.
Sagacious. He's like, that's a Sagacious ghost.
What's that mean?
And he points to some random loner at the end of the bar, and he's like, those ghosts possess basically vast, like, knowledge to the brim. And they're, depending on if they're good or bad, they're just happy to share anything with us, if they're a good one.
And if they're bad?
Then they aren't keen on sharing, but they definitely have knowledge, for sure.
Go talk to her if you want to.
I will.
Okay.
He goes, walks over to the other side of the bar.
She's like, I'm sure
Keen's like, I think you'll be okay. Still not looking up.
he'll be fine. She says, it's okay, love. It's like, what do you want to eat?
These are all ghost themed.
Yeah, but they're not actually ghost stuff.
I guess I'll get the graveyard.
What's that?
It's actually a rack of ribs.
Ooh, I'll get that too.
We can share one. You get
Yeah,
the full rack and
we
just
can
share.
it.
Mikhail's like, oh my god. He's like, can I get the ectoplasm too?
You're so weird.
I'm curious.
She heads to the graveyard with King.
Is there anyone you want to talk to in the bars, y'all? The graveyard comes out. You notice like a bone rack sitting upside down, and it looks of like basically a creature you've never seen because the bones are pointy sharp, like the ribs are of the bone. Seems like hellhound, huh?
Hellhound? Okay. She looks around and sees if she can find the manager.
You see the manager come down. Seems to be a high elf man. As he walks down this like a staircase, and he comes out into the place, talking with the ghosts and mortals alike.
She notes it to Kane and says, we need to talk to them.
Okay.
And ask them about, you know, who.
Roll a perception check.
Turn on. Thank you.
No.
Perception?
Yes.
16.
You notice the poltergeist is approaching a mortal.
She points to Mikhail to message him and says, the poltergeist is approaching someone.
He looks back and he's like, oh shit.
Subtle. She says, I know you want to, but we're not going to be able to do anything even if it does possess them.
He nods. He's like, I'll just maybe start a conversation, lead it away.
Don't talk to it.
Well, I mean the person, the mortal.
Don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Leave it be.
Okay.
Because if we intervene, you're going to piss it off. Okay? I was letting you know. Because I can't be the only one who knows things. And Kane is struggling.
Okay.
And also, the manager's over there. We need to talk to him.
Okay, I'll just keep an eye on let you know what happens here.
Okay. Actually, you go talk to the manager.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Kane is coping.
Did you want to talk to the manager?
It's fine. I trust you to handle it. Kane is coping right now, and I
Okay.
need to help him cope.
Okay, okay.
And I feel like if we move a step and he sees a ghost, he might faint.
Okay. And Mikhail goes and talks to the manager. Nora's talking to the guy with knowledge, and the poltergeist does possess that person.
She looks at them.
And as you see, like them struggle almost, you notice them shake, and then they act like nothing happened. But you see the marks form on the back of their neck.
Jesus, I was fucking right.
But the poltergeist is gone. Isn't this villain crazy? Also, it was cool to play more with the ghosts of DnD because they're so crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
I just think the undead squad is the funniest thing in the world.
Really?
You got the zombies, the vampires, and the ghosts. We about to get Ghostbusters up in here.
She looks around and she's like, okay. Where's the other one? The
Wraith. What's your passive perception?
23. No, 15. 23 is
You have no clue.
She's gonna message Damaris.
Martin's like,
She says, what's the Wraith?
He's like, don't move.
Okay. No, what the fuck you mean by that?
It's right next to y'all. It's right next to Kane. Well, wraiths don't usually interact unless you interact with them.
Okay.
It looks like, it just looks like it's waiting.
For what?
I don't know. I don't know what wraiths are like.
it's trying to possess my husband, it's about to be very sadly mistaken.
And he's like, and he says, hey bartender, I think my friends were looking for you over there. He points at y'all. She comes up to y'all.
Just, what the fuck do you want me to do with this, Dolores?
Maybe she can usher the wraith away?
She says, my husband is a little afraid of ghosts.
Oh, well, yeah, he is, I know y'all didn't know what the witching hour was.
Yeah, he's a little, shall we say, struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any way you could try and, like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. And he's like, she says, hey, sir, to the wraith, which obviously you didn't know was a sir. I don't know what gender they are. But she's like, hey, sir, the wraith, which, looks like this. Looks at the bartender, and she says, let's not make any guests uncomfortable, please. And do you have a passive insight?
23. That's the 23 one.
Okay, she seems to, again, being calculated with what she says. And she's like, we would not like to cause any disturbances, would we, sir? And she says, I suggest you go bother someone else. And, roll an Arcana check.
Nat 20.
The wraith seems to have messaged the bartender. But the bartender says, please, sir, I suggest, it says again, please, sir, I suggest you go bother someone else for the time being. And the wraith seems to listen as it goes somewhere else in the restaurant. She's like, I apologize for some of the ghost's rudeness.
No, it's okay, I understand. My husband is quite dashing.
I wish someone there was like comment, like even the ghosts come after him.
She chuckles and she says, thank you though.
No problem. It's quite overwhelming figuring out what witching hour is.
A bit.
If you have any more questions about ghosts and such, I'd be happy to answer.
Of course. She looks at Kane.
Kane's just eating.
Minding his business.
He's so trying to mind his business. And then some person's like, hey. He's like, hey. Hey. One of the ghosts is like, hey, you're a pretty big guy. Like, this is a friendlier ghost. You think it's more of a spectral, like a friendlier poltergeist is spectral. Like, hey guy, you got a nice accent. He's like, thanks. I found it myself.
She says, sorry, he's a little spooked by ghosts.
It's okay, we can be quite overwhelming. My name's Denny.
You can call me Isla.
Nice to meet you. What's his name?
It's like Jordan.
He's like, he looks like he has some adventures on his back.
That was a good one. I like that one. That was good.
And they're like, Kane's like, yeah. He's like trying to make eye contact, but he's obviously
looking slightly to the side, and he says he has quite a few adventures under his belt.
Oh. And he's like, you can add this to your list of adventures: visiting a ghost bar.
I'm sure that he will never forget tonight.
Kane's sitting like in bed like this. And you see Damaris comes back.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey,
how's it going?
Good. That guy has a lot of information.
Oh?
Like from 3,000 years ago. He's been dead for a long time.
Shit. I have Mr. Adam talking to the manager. You might want to intercede on that.
Okay. He goes, walks over to Mikhail. You finish the basically it was hellhound ribs. Tasted really good. Nice and soft.
No.
And very honey. By the way, when you see him, Damaris drink the ectoplasm, you notice that Damaris starts to form a little spectral glow around him.
She's gonna Arcana check the ectoplasm? 13?
As you look, you're not too sure of its effects, but he definitely was not turned into a ghost.
But it is Arcana based.
It is Arcana based.
Jesus. Damaris?
Yeah.
Look at Mikhail.
He's like, oh yeah, he drank the ectoplasm. He got a 19.
Yeah,
What it does is basically, it kind of puts you halfway in the ethereal plane and halfway into the material. So you are able to kind of become a semi-ghost for a temporary time. If you drink ectoplasm.
And that was definitely a smart idea on his part.
Well, I also drank it.
That was definitely a smart idea on your part.
He says it goes away after a few minutes.
You're literally in an enemy's territory.
I didn't know what ectoplasm would have done. We could use it to our advantage.
I'm not even convinced that the fucking wraith that came over here didn't recognize us.
I'm sure it did.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but he'll be fine in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Nice, Mikhail. Mikhail comes back.
How'd it go,
And
Adam?
you see the spectral fade glow from him. And he's like, so yeah, Iris definitely owns this place.
Yeah?
For sure. I got out of him that she's gonna be around this, and he circles a certain location on the map. Around this location, as apparently another one of these establishments are in that place. And apparently it's a new one that's opening up. Well, I'm going to assume she's going to be around there because it's new opening up. I didn't really directly say. Tried to cast a charm on me. I could feel it. I'm fine, though. I saved against it. With a 21!
So, wait, you tried to cast a charm on you?
Yes, I don't know which spell it was, but definitely it was one of those charm person or something spells.
Why?
I don't know.
What was the last thing you asked?
I just said, maybe we'll need to visit, and he says, that it would be cool to see, to visit. He said, he said, what's the name of it? And he says this, and he says, oh, well, I'll have to stop by then. You know, casual conversation. And he says, yeah, you will have to stop by. And then I felt the charm person.
Did he recognize you?
I think so. He wouldn't have tried to cast charm person if he didn't.
It's like, well, it's not fucking good to be here right now.
I think we got what we needed.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go further? Where else?
No. Think we're good. Think we're good. Where's the wraith? She looks around.
You look around. What perception?
Okay.
Thinking.
22.
So, as you're looking, you find the wraith, kind of staying away from y'all, but as you look towards a chandelier, you notice a weird looking, like kind of glass looking thing in the center of it, and it starts to change to a different color. Slowly.
She taps Damaris.
I was just like, what?
She says, look.
Oh shit.
What?
We need to get the fuck out.
What?
Soulstone, we need to get the fuck out.
It's what?
It's a soulstone!
What's that mean?
He's like, it It can establish control over any undead around here. But you gotta fuck out.
Okay.
Or we're dead.
She puts some money on the counter. And they go towards the door.
And you hear the manager say, "Why are you leaving so soon?"
We finished our meal.
You finished your meal. I'm afraid you'll need to stay for dessert. He's He's about to cast a spell.
Can she counterspell?
That's why I want you to roll a dex save to see how fast you can counterspell it. He's gonna roll a dex check.
19.
Fuck you, man. You got 15. You counterspell it. He was about to lock the door.
They keep going.
You're out. Because that was basically the only thing that could stop y'all. You're out of there.
Well, that was fun, guys. So what's the soul stone?
He's like, this is like a custom made item because I'm sure there's an item specifically for it, but I just forgot the name of it. It's basically a stone that lets whoever owns it, right, kind of like activate